Badger, stop viewing the cutscene so I can mark you for death.
No, dude, I'm watching you guys all. I'm just watching myself summon 7 other clowns. Come on.
You summon my clown army.
Wow, these DPS
And
really
he
aren't
got-
in sync.
Yeah. It's okay.
But he does the cool anime take off his glasses thing.
I can't wait for 7.0 where they update his graphics.
They just never update him.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this one has decent, right?
Yeah, this has the rock version of the song.
All right. Let me pop some smoked chicken on my hotbar and then the hotbar here. All right, pop some food.
Do we
Just
want to
3, 2,
set
1.
down default markers or no?
Nope. Nah.
I'm
We'll
not
figure
even
it
gonna worry
out.
about that.
Yeah.
I'm putting A for North, and that's it.
I almost
A
bought
for
it.
Orth.
Oh my god, these autos?
This looks like an AoE.
This was AoE. Oh,
That's an AoE.
My god, alright.
I revived it. Let's
That's another AoE. Oh.
Oh, tethers, get them away from me.
That? That second one did not do weird. Key irons.
He's got.
Oh,
Oh,
I
man.
got a debuff.
I have a tether.
Glowing?
I'm running this away.
Are those tank tethers?
Good shit up.
There's 3 tethers, so that's a no.
I got one of them. Director is below.
I got something. Roll call.
Oh. Cast is
Cast?
a receptacle for cursed ether. Effect may be transferred by coming into contact with another
Well, don't
player.
touch anybody.
When this effect expires, players of a certain role will take massive damage.
I'm dead.
Oh my god, so light.
What kind of roll call did you have?
Did it
Origami?
specify the role?
There's,
did not.
I think it's different buff colors.
I had
Oh.
Mine
3
was-
red dots and a green background.
I also
Okay.
had something, and I was deep. Oh, we need to touch a different roll. Like
Ooh,
in
that-
normal, you have to.
Oh, just like
Yeah,
any
because
random.
it said the effect expires
get the
when,
goodies.
or when the effect expires, it does big damage to somebody of a very specific role.
Flakies!
That tank buster hit twice, so it's invuln during cast bar or provoke during cast bar or yeah, invuln.
Okay.
Was first.
Hynax.
This is where
Oh my
he.
god, this is
Look for
still
what's
activates.
look for what's popping.
That's a
Knockback.
knockback, yeah. Knockback and spread.
Spread.
So this would be like knockback into clock positions.
Yeah.
Oh, and the water square kills you.
The square is in its
The
entirety.
entire
hurts.
square?
The entire square hurts.
Oh, what the fuck?
There's
Southerly
2
shit.
dangerous squares, okay?
Ooh, I didn't look at Hynax. Oh,
Gotta
so he
actually
takes
learn
it.
directions now.
Okay.
No!
Okay, so we'll need ABCD on north, south, east, west. Okay. Set that up real quick.
So this time, if we get DPS, get those markers again. Let's hand one off to a healer and one off to a tank, and see if it kills one or both of them.
See what happens.
Well, it definitely killed a tank because a tank had one.
I did debuff.
Did a tank start with one?
Yes.
Had to, right? Okay, so I
Let's
guess
spread it
we
on
have
the
to
boss.
figure out.
Let's spread it on
Yeah.
the boss in clock positions so that we can see how those tethers get sent out.
Okay.
I'll go west like usual.
Okay. Everyone remember their clock spots?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. Keep 3, 2, and 1 it then. Big hit.
I'll pre-full veil next time.
Okay. Spread out. What are your clock spots?
I have a
These are
tether.
These are on DPS. Are they big AoEs? No, these are just hits. Okay.
I think it
He's got a
might
buff.
actually be reflective of who those 3 were.
I had
This time it
are
was on me
healers
and
and
Victor. I
tanks.
saw. Okay.
It was on all the healers and tanks. That's 4.
I don't have a debuff.
No,
Yeah,
the-
it looks like
the-
it's just targeted damage.
Yeah. Okay. 1, 2. So 2 DPS, 1 tank, 1 healer.
They're all the same.
I got a miscast.
Roll call.
Yeah, it looks like you passed it off to me.
I'll take-
And...
Yeah, but it says miscast on me.
Oh, I lived. Okay, you just have to pass it off to someone on your roll.
I grabbed Badger's
Yeah,
tether and I died.
I grabbed someone's tether and I died.
How much damage did you take where you just not topped off?
Let's see.
Oh, I took 189k.
I'm just gonna wall this here.
Yeah, Minky, you took Ika's and you survived, right? Because I took Vector's and I survived.
I think there's a specific person it has to be passed to. I think that
Yeah.
needed to go to DPS rolls,
I
I
was.
took
or it
Badger's
needed
and
to
I
be.
died.
I think it goes to the first group that gets tethered, like the first set. If it
I
might,
got-
it might pick tanks and healers as the first set of tethers next
I
time.
got tether
Mm.
first. I got the non-pickable tether, and
Yep.
I
Yeah,
took the
the blood
tether and I
rake, right?
died.
So
Yeah.
Blood Rake is putting out the tether.
Yeah, I was targeted by blood rate, and I took a passable tether and I died.
Okay. So what's the plan this poll? Whoever gets the first set of blood rakes are the people that take the tethers? Is that the
Take
plan?
the buff that can be swapped to somebody.
Yeah,
There were-
okay.
How everybody gets a debuff that pops
Yeah.
if you're, yeah.
Because I dodged it. Like,
Blood
it
rate.
did not do anything.
Blood rate goes twice.
Yeah.
First on 4 people, then on the other 4
Yeah,
people.
so-
which group?
We figure out which group goes first, and then they are the ones who should be ending the pass off. Yeah,
So we
Has everyone's buff been 3 red dots and green background?
they were all the same that time. I checked.
is the buff itself, the debuff, passable? Like if I run through somebody?
Yes, if
Okay,
you run
okay,
to
so it's
somebody, it
easy pass.
passes.
Okay.
And
so
then
it's
you
easy
get
pass.
a new debuff that Vector was calling on missed something or
It said-
whatever.
I got a buff that said miscast.
Did you read what it said or what it did?
No, but it did nothing to me.
Okay.
I'm assuming it means that I couldn't get it back, but if I get it again, I'll read it this time.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I hit my green one with the red dots said roll call cast as the receptacle for cursed aether.
Yep.
Effective. So is that I have to take the tether?
No yet. Let's pull and pass and read the debuff for this one because it's like 30 seconds in. All right.
All right.
My standard step. No.
Articulation.
Oh, yeah.
All
Blood
right,
rate.
tank sealer. Tank sealers first. So we should be passing our things to tank sealers. Yeah.
Thanks. What if you already have one in your tank?
Then just keep it.
And do we take the tethers or no?
What tethers?
The blood rake here.
Not these. The next set.
So he casted Flamis and then perfect.
Help.
He absorbed either from both people. Director's below. It's a different start.
Oh, look it. He has a buff.
So roll call.
Yeah, he has Flamis with DPS.
Testing
So
cleanse.
these tethers. What do we do with these? Pass these.
Tank healers, tank healers.
Tanks and healers.
Nope.
Oh, killed me.
Nope.
In DPS?
I survived.
Origami tried to kill me.
Yeah.
Just wipe until we can keep
Yeah.
getting this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a debuff or he had a buff on
My-
him. I don't know what the
uh,
name was.
I would like to get it one step at a time. I did not die to my tank healer buff, the one that we passed to that we either passed or didn't pass. Did anybody else?
I
Like
didn't
everyone
pass.
took their buffs
I
and
did
got
not
it,
pass.
and you were fine.
No, I died.
I did
Okay.
not receive one.
So I think the way it makes sense to me, at least, is like there's 2 sets of blood rakes, one goes out after the other, and then there's 2 sets of mechanics there, one goes out after the other. Group 1 takes the first mechanic, group 2 takes the second. Yeah?
I don't know. We don't know that.
My thing about the debuff passing is that it targets a light party's worth of people, right? So like it doesn't make sense to me that if the first 2 blood rakes target rolls, which are all 4 DPS or all 4 tanks healers first, it doesn't make sense to me that if we get 4 debuffs and they attack or they attach to 1 tank, 1 healer, 2 DPS, that we somehow have to resolve that by passing it all to 1 roll. If that makes sense.
Why does that not make sense?
Because like then you have like a parity, right? 2 people don't pass and then 2 people pass, and it feels like why would
How
only
did
2
Ori
be resolved?
survive?
I survived because I didn't have the roll swap thing, and I took a tether.
So you did not have the roll swap.
I did not have a
also-
roll swap.
Also took a hit with Ori with that tether. Like I was in his cleave.
Yeah,
You were
the
in his
tether
cleave.
doesn't
So
hit
it-
AoE.
It might possibly be some kind of stack. I don't know.
Partner. Okay, so let's pull and then just party up partners like we normally do.
Let's see who lives, who dies. Okay.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Thanks for
Tank healer first.
Please spawn your ether.
Ooh, Ether.
Absorbing and storing ether.
Now he has a buff. Casting.
Oh, scissor, please.
DPS.
Cursed ether of 1 of 3 rolls. So that's cursed ether, cursed DPS ether is what that is. Because that was all DPS, right?
The second one was Badger. I'm gonna
Yeah.
pass this.
So get it off the DPS.
Get
Oh,
off the DPS.
I thought it was get it off the
Get off
tanks and
the
healers.
DPS.
Well, I'm dead.
And then I'm gonna take this tether.
I'm dead.
Okay, so I still died.
Yeah, so that is for sure. Because Les just died, even though he passed the. Yeah.
So
that's-
so the first cast is he is storing ether. The second cast is he's gonna corrupt that ether. So that determines who needs to get that.
Okay, wait. So Blood Rake 1, let's say, hits all the DPS, right? And then
Did
Blood
what?
Rake 2 means that all the tanks. and
Blood
healers
Rake 2 should just be a specific roll, because when he gets the buff, it says he's collecting 1 roll, so it'll either be tanks, healers, or DPS.
Tanks and healers or DPS, so it's like 4-4.
No, no, I'm pretty sure it's tanks or healers or DPS.
I don't know
Because
if that's
it says
the
it's
case
with a
because
roll.
we've always had 4 things that needed to be passed off. It's the mechanic is split 4-4, so I think it's either DPS or tanks.
So
and
then is the
healers.
debuff going to change because it specifically mentions 1 of 3 rolls?
I mean, I've always seen 4 blood breaks go out in full each time. It's always been 4.
Yeah.
There's never been an instance with 2.
I'm reading the debuff. That's what I'm basing this off of. It
Yeah.
specifically mentions 3 rolls. Like for right now, yes, they're probably starting the mechanic 4 and 4 so that it's always a DPS thing for the beginning.
Yeah. Okay. So what?
There was
so you
no
said-
roll mentioned on it. It's the
just
way
said
he
1
does
rate.
it. So
Okay.
if you check his buff, says he does it. Blood Rake 1, he will get a buff. It says he's storing ether. Blood Rake 2 says he is storing a specific ether of a roll. And that's when he grabs it from the DPS. And then he does, or Calamus, whatever it is, but his buff changes.
Yeah,
Like-
a couple pulls ago though, he it was DPS first, and then he pulled from healers after.
He
You
pulls
see what
from
I'm saying?
tanks
He-
and healers or just healers?
Yes, it was tanks and healers. It was both. It was all 4.
Okay. So what I'm getting at is it mentions 1 of 3 rolls. Like,
I think that might come into play later, but I think for this specific mechanic, it will be always tanks and healers or DPS. I see what your logic is. I definitely get it, but I'm almost positive it's been 4 and 4 each time.
Let's pull and we just pairs stand on 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
What do you mean pair stand on 1, 2, 3, 4? So I stand on 1 the entire time?
Yeah, you just get hit by the.
I think we should be in Protean so we can see what group is marked first.
Yeah. Go to Guardians first and move to others. Okay.
It's tanks and healers. Tanks and healers first.
Check his buff, please.
Mine says
I just
Aether
want everyone to
Absorbing
see
and
it. Like,
absorbing and storing ether. This is replete with the cursed ether of 1 of 3 rolls. Okay.
pulling from tanks and healers.
You know.
So tanks and healers pass off to DPS with the next mechanic, and then take the tethers. Yeah.
That would make sense. The
Alright, so
DPS,
let's pass.
keep it if you.
Minku needs to pass to Badger.
I'll take extras.
This is awkward.
I survived. Badger
That
survived. Ika
killed me.
survived. So that looks like the correct mechanic. We just need to actually do it with everyone.
The tether hit me for 173k.
Were you overlapping? Because I saw 3 tethers over there.
No,
Maybe-
I was in the
maybe-
southwest.
Oh, yeah, you probably fine. But the AoEs
I was
are
at
pretty
3.
big.
Someone said it could be distance too.
Okay. So let's try it again, same thing. Let's just pop Veil, and then I'll just pop
Mhm.
immediately. Okay, so we'll repeat the same thing then? Yeah? Okay.
Are we popping Veil or?
Yeah, I was gonna wait. Until
We have
start.
no
I mean, are
countdown.
we doing like a countdown or anything?
No,
No, we're just doing
not.
3, 2,
Yeah,
1 right
just-
now.
Yeah.
Tanks healers first.
So
I
just
don't think that
absorbing
the first one actually matters. It's the second one that we care about.
Okay.
Because we just had double tanks, double healers.
Yeah. True.
Alright, so
there it
let's
is.
give it to
Is that
DPS.
Okay. So, 10 skiller rotate.
It might not be a rotate because DPS might start with.
Okay, so in this instance, if you're a DPS, you get the
I
debuff.
have it. I'm
Somebody
going
grab it off me in the center. Somebody grab it off me in the center.
And then the tanks and healers take the tethers after this, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Back. We can grab this one. That one.
I think that those
DPS
need to.
needs to take
I
the
think they need to be shared.
Okay.
Shared. Okay.
No,
Yes.
I shared with Neil and he died, and I didn't.
No? Okay.
Yeah, I took a solo one and I was fine.
Yeah, just DPS.
So,
I think
okay.
DPS takes
You took a
tethers,
solo
yeah.
tether and you were fine, Badger?
Yeah.
Me too. Well,
Okay.
that's someone else.
So
What were you doing?
My
He got
best.
my debuff, and he just ran southwest. That was it. Like, I passed him my
Okay.
debuff.
so that one was tanks healers both times. I think DPS resolved everything in that case. That
So we passed, so...
Oh, because it's
It's-
inverse Clammus.
right. So if it's tank healer, DPS get the pass off and the tethers, and that's how it
okay.
works. So
So
it
it's
is
pass
it
off
is
OC.
first and second
Okay.
Yeah.
mechanic. It's just one roll might end up taking.
So first mechanic, so first blood rake tells you who gets the debuff, right? And then second blood rake tells you who gets the tethers? Or is it
Yeah,
the inverse?
it'll be the opposite of
Okay.
the tethered group will take that mechanic.
Okay, so if first is tanks healers, then the DPS will get the debuff. And if the
Right.
second is DPS, then the tanks healers will take the tethers.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Okay. So let's just do that pull, and then I don't know if there's an organized way. in
I
which we
was
can-
right.
I don't know
Uh,
if there's an organized
The
way.
ones who need to get
There
hit
should
just
be.
stand in the middle and
Yes.
they will grab
Yeah,
the
okay.
tethers either way.
If
Okay.
you have the correct debuff to start, just run out.
Okay. Alright.
I don't know how we resolve the tethers. We'll have to figure that out.
Yeah.
But
What's
We'll
the-
take
Let's
it one step.
just pop
Just
Veil immediately, and I'll just
1, 2,
pop
3,
Veil.
4. I think, yeah.
Well, hang on. What does the
Let's see
debuff look like? Like, what am I looking for on my screen?
The green
A
thing with
debuff.
3 red dots. Yeah, there's only one debuff.
Okay, so if I get that debuff, I want to be glowing red and take a
Oh, you
tether.
should- oh yeah.
it depends
No,
on the
It
blood
depends.
rake mechanic.
We'll walk through it. We'll walk through it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, are we
Nice.
just popping Veil to pull? I don't know because we're never like in the middle of
Just
discussion.
pop it. We'll pull, and then if we really need to talk, we can just like live without it. That pull.
DPS,
DPS
so
first.
healers will
Tanks and
get-
healers are gonna get the debuff.
Yep.
So DPS just stand in the corners, away
Yeah.
from the area.
And then the DPS.
And then
will grab the
DPS get tethers.
Yep.
Okay.
DPS stay away from this.
Okay, so DPS get the debuff, right?
Yes.
Oh, this is new. I have
Oh, wait.
miscast.
Oh, did I fuck
Oh,
that?
Badger passed it off to somebody. and-
No, I grabbed it. I misunderstood.
Oh.
I'm dead here.
See?
I am.
I tried.
Yep.
All right.
Because I didn't pass off the debuff. So if a light party gets the debuff, right, should we just make it so that the tanks and healers are like north and the DPS are south or something, and then whoever gets the debuffs just swap sides?
Yeah, that would work. We
Well,
just run
so
through.
You
If you
don't-
need
so-
to, you run.
Yeah,
through.
if you need to.
Yeah, I like that.
So, because the idea is basically first mechanic chooses who gets the debuff, the opposite, right? So DPS get tethered first. The tanks and healers all need the debuff, right? So we should parity the group so that all the tanks and healers are on one side and all the DPS on the other,
Yeah,
instead of doing like a partner split.
I like that because it's
We
it's
needed the
way
debuff?
too difficult to try and track who has it and needs it.
Yeah, we need. No, I had the debuff and I died. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, because the first blood right there targeted the DPS, right?
Right, which
So
means
yes.
that the DPS
Okay.
should have ended with the D.
Which means yeah.
Ikid, you took a tether then, right? That would be my guess. If you didn't have a debuff, you took. Yeah, you were not supposed to have a tether. That should have
Okay,
been passed
okay.
off to one of the tanks or healers
Okay.
because we were marked second, which means tanks and healers needed to take the tethers from us.
Okay. So at pull, put all the tanks and healers north and all the DPS south for now. I don't think we should use groups because it randomly targets 2 DPS,
Yeah.
1 tank, and 1 healer. And there's
Yeah,
no way
it should
to-
be role groups.
Yeah.
So DPS will be south, tanks, healers north.
Yeah.
If you need to pass off, run to the center. If you don't need
Yeah.
to pass off, stay on the outside.
I would agree. Alright. Try again.
Go for it. I don't have Veil. I already used it.
That's fine. We're fine.
I'm just gonna throw out multiple things.
All right.
So tanks and
DPS are
healers
marked
get the
first?
down.
Yep.
Healers get the debuffs. DPS goes south.
Stay. Wait until we see the second set.
Spread out.
Alright, so healers, tanks, take everything.
Yeah. DPS south. Sealers north. If you need to get rid of a debuff, go center.
And if you don't have a debuff as a tank or healer, go middle.
Well,
I passed.
I needed that debuff, but Miko took it from me, which means I can't grab one anymore.
We were too close.
I was standing still.
Okay, so what's an easy way to like systematically do this?
Should we assign positions around the boss?
Yeah, we could just do like left to right, yeah.
Right, like one person on 3, one person here, one person here, one person
on
here.
4. Yeah.
Just so that we're not running into each other.
Yeah,
Like
because
that.
that's
That
big
would make the
concern.
most sense to me.
That's fine with me.
Spread
So
everything.
let's just so let's just do on reflected across from me. So left. I guess Victor's middle, right? So left Victor, me, Minku. Right, from 1 to 2. And then DPS, I don't know how you guys want to do it.
I'll be around the 3 area, the southwest, because I got positional stay.
Well, I mean, we could also do colors, right? Tanks, healers start on red, yellow. DPS start on blue, purple.
Yeah,
Like,
I think you
have
can
to
start
be
the poll
directly
like
north
that,
south.
right? Yeah, that's fine with me. Okay. So we need to move them a lot closer then, right?
Right. Can we use any of the previous markers we had?
From previous fights?
Yeah, because
No.
I mean, like 2 is in
Well,
the same.
I would have to manually do them.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I mean, like, we can do, like, this.
So I'm assuming Badger and Extra want 3 and 4 being close to side and back, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ika, do you want C or do you want D?
Let me do this, actually. Better.
Okay. Yeah, you take C. I will go to D.
Okay. Victor takes
Vec-
A, obviously. I think West he'll take 1, Miku Bravo, and then me 2. Because
I. Yeah. I would almost say if you move to 1 meme, just so that like Badger doesn't miss a potential heal.
Okay.
If
that's
we
fine.
have both of the healers next to each other on the opposite side.
Yeah.
So red yellow is me, Victor, West, Miku, from 1 to B.
Why are we not doing like chains in P1? Like if I'm 3 and Minku's B and Minku needs to get hit, she's
Because you can start with
goes
it.
B.
You could potentially have it already, and then Minku would
Yeah.
have no partner to drop it to.
Yeah.
Drop what? The debuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
The idea
debuff
is-
spawns on random 2 DPS and random tank random heal. So your partner could have the debuff and you also have the debuff. There's no one to pass it.
We're trying to figure out a systematic way of passing them. I don't know of one like off the top of my head, so we're just gonna split.
I
in the
think if
group.
we have 2 letters in the middle,
Oh, just use them as reference. Okay.
so if you have
like,
2 letters in the middle, because only 2 people are going to have to swap at any given time.
that's true. Okay.
So yeah, just have the people who need to get hit by the tethers go to the middle, and the ones with the debuff.
But the problem with that is you can pass it off to the same class. Like if
Yeah.
what Minku and Les just did, they passed to each other instead of taking DPS.
Yeah.
So what we would
So-
do here is, basically, I don't have an initial start here, right? As far as like how we clarify people easy, but the idea would be that you have a tank and a healer, they need to swap with a DPS. You have 1 DPS go to A, 1 DPS go to B who needs it, and the tank and the healer just walk to those positions to pass off. Tethers are easier because the group who does need tethers goes in, the group who doesn't need tethers goes out. Right?
Okay. I see what you're
Healer
saying.
B, tank A. My only consideration on that is we don't have a way to really differentiate the DPS.
I think we do something where we do in like 12S where we did like short ice. So we basically do light party split, and then pick 2 people in each group to flex.
Okay.
Or 1 person from each group to flex.
Yeah,
so for
that
example,
works.
But I guess my thought being like we can still go into our normal positions, but we just have that as like, hey, walk into these positions and do your quick swap.
Mhm.
And all of that.
Yeah, so my logic is that, what Miku's saying, we're basically, Badger will default if he gets the debuff and he needs to pass it off, he will just go to A, and then Ika, if she gets the debuff, she'll pass it off to B. If it's Badger and Ori who both get the debuff, Badger goes to A, Ori goes to B, and then inverse, if Ika and Extra get the debuff, it's Ika go to B, and then Extra go to A.
Can you move those letters in a little bit?
Yeah, I can.
And then if it's me and Extra, I go A, Extra go.
Yeah.
Basically, my thought is I don't want them all the way on the outside of the hitbox because if
That's fine.
like Lester Badger trying to get uptime and they have to worry about someone walking in front of them who's being clumsy, and they shouldn't
Oh my
have the
God, I
debuff.
cannot do this on this controller. Jesus. No,
You want me to?
I can.
I think it's a contact like Allegan Rot, not like a leap.
It is.
So I think that that's fine.
Yeah, so we just need to make sure that we're spread out
Yeah.
before that mechanic goes off.
Okay.
Okay. Are we all good? I'm gonna go
Yeah.
ahead and do the pull. Okay,
Yeah, just-
3, 2, 1.
And we can just default to north or south positions already, right?
We can go to our
For the
normal
most part,
positions.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright,
DPS.
so
DPS
that's
first.
DPS first.
So tanks and healers will grab the debuff.
Be careful of being close to people right now.
Right out. Okay, and the DPS will take the tethers.
Yep. So DPS
Alright,
should be south
so-
now.
I think that's overcomplicating things. I need a debuff. Alright, I got a debuff. Alright, healers and tanks, step out. DPS, go in and grab tethers.
Extra took my tether.
Yours? I took yours. The fuck? No, you bitch.
So
That's
I
too complicated.
think we need to stay in Proteans.
Okay.
So if we stay in Proteans, then people can walk to the letters and be fine because we've already, as far as our logic goes right now, it's always one tank, one healer, and we've already established a tank and a healer spot. So there's no risk of me and Lest accidentally like doing something that we shouldn't
Well, I was
do.
supposed to have the rot debuff that time, right?
Yes.
And no tether that time, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
I
so-
died to 269,000 damage. I did not take
From-
anybody's splash from a tether. I died to the debuff popping. I think we've got it.
Yeah, if someone with the same role as you hits you with the debuff, you die. So
The
you
same
need to
role.
get you need to get the debuff from.
I
DPS.
started with the debuff.
Yeah. So
uh,
so if the question, let's pull again. I want to, and then just
I turned on act and it told me to pass the debuff that time. So I think who did it target with the blood rake first?
DPS first.
DPS.
Hmm.
And tank healer.
Maybe we
Okay,
have it backwards.
so do we want to try the inverse then, where we just say,
That's fine. I'll take note of the mechanics this time.
okay. Won't call anymore. Okay,
Yeah, that's intended.
when- yeah.
so you grabbed a tether but died. Okay. Okay,
Did-
so let's try the inverse then.
Pulling up a guide now. It says the DPS, if they're targeted with the first blood rake, supports, i.e., healers and tanks, take the tether. So we did have it backwards.
Okay, so we had an yeah,
Okay.
inverse. Okay, that's fine. So let's pull and then try that out. Same style, right? So we go to Proteans and then. You
Yeah,
just
I think
default.
Proteans and A and B are the way to do it.
Okay, that's fine.
Here we go.
Okay, so go to your true Protean spots here.
So the first group needs to get.
The debuff.
Feathers, right?
Healers
Yeah.
and tanks.
So healers and
Uh,
tanks will get the tether.
I think that's the opposite.
Yeah. Healers and tanks get the debuff.
That's
Or-
what we just did.
We don't know who gets the debuff
Yeah,
yet.
DPS.
So what are we doing?
DPS get the tethers, tanks and healers get the debuff.
That's what we've been doing. It's died.
Wait for it to come out.
Yeah, no, actually, I have to go around. Do it the other way around. Hand it over. Ooh, you take a tether around me.
Yep.
Alright, so tanks and healers be at max melee for tethers to get grabbed. I need someone to grab my tether.
Badger?
Extra.
Be grab mine.
Wait, okay. So what we were doing is first Blood Rake takes the opposite roll takes the debuff, right? And then second Blood Rake, the opposite roll takes the tether. that's what we were doing then.
That's what we
saw
were
that,
initially doing.
and that does not work, right? So that means in that instance, because the tanks healers, what we were supposed to do is the opposite, which means that because tanks and healers got targeted with the first blood rig, they were supposed to get the debuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then whoever gets the second tethers, or whoever gets the second blood rig will take the tethers. That's what we're doing. Yeah.
No, that's backwards. The first set should be getting the tethers. The second set should be ending with the. That's what we came to.
So I guess the question is, what do we mean by backwards, right? Because in my head, when you say backwards, what we were doing is we were basically swapping roles. So if first blood rake targeted the DPS, right? Well, this is what we were initially doing.
Yeah.
If
the DPS were targeted for the first blood rake, supports take the tether.
Okay, so that's what you mean by inverse. Okay, I see.
Yes.
Okay, I was misunderstanding that. Okay, I understand that.
If supports are targeted for the second blood rake, DPS take the debuff.
Okay. So that one was supposed to be tanks and healers end up with the debuff, and DPS end up with the tether.
Okay. See.
So for the tether people, don't run out until all 4 of your group has a tether. So what I've got in mind, so think chains.
Yes.
The people who shouldn't have the tether are stepped out. The people who need to get the tether run in and do a loop. Like
just circle around.
Like, because if all 4 of you are the close ones, you'll pull off from all the far people, right? But if people who are part of that group start with the tether and stay out, then we have the issue of people who people are grabbing tethers from the people who should already have them, right?
So we know already that we'll know before the mechanic happens who needs to get the tethers, right?
Yes.
So can we put those 4 roles closer to the boss on the cardinals and the 4 people without them on the outer cardinals? So the logic being that
when you say outer cardinals, you mean like
so like let me yoink C, for example, like C is here roughly, right? And so the logic being that let's say all 4 DPS are the ones who are supposed to take the tether, right? We put them in the 4 cardinal spots close to the boss, and then all the tanks and healers go max melee out of the boss. That way.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to get at. That I'm very clearly not painting a good picture of.
Okay, I see.
But that is what is supposed to happen. And so if those people already have a tether, they just do a loop really quick and grab it.
I see. So we'll do it like this. I don't know the hitbox size exactly, but we'll do something like this, right? Where basically whoever gets the. Let me think about this. I need to remember it in my head.
We don't even need to like just so your role steps in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you grab a like. So let's say DPS need to get rid of tether, right?
Right.
Tanks and healers step in.
Yeah.
Do you have a tether? No. Run around real quick and get one. No, like don't leave the circle until everyone's got one. There's no reason that should take like 1 billion seconds.
Is that going to mess up the pass off though for the debuff?
No, because there's
all the debuffs should be passed off by then.
Yeah. So we'll use Delta.
Okay, so we do the debuff pass first, and then
the tethers.
The tethers will come out, and the people who don't need tethers should be spaced out so they can, like, step away.
Yeah.
I'm on board.
You don't like them in line because the problem is there's an AOE cleave on the tether, and I don't want to scramble, like more than we already are.
So how big is the AOE, I guess is my question.
Large.
Those will hit. If someone stands in D and someone stands at 4, they will hit.
So if, the previous run, Mills stood right here, I stood right here, and I didn't get hit.
So it's the width of a square. The radius is the width of a square.
The radius is the width of a square, yes.
Okay. I see. So that means if we stood at A, B, C, D, we would kill each other because or we would come kind of close to killing each other.
You would be killing the people standing at 1, 2, 3, 4.
4. Okay. So can we put the ABCDs on the
inner
cardinal?
Do it as Protean. Just do it as Protean. There's no need to have these people stand inside here. It's role oriented, right?
Right. So I guess my problem with role oriented is that we scramble in the sense that because it randomly targets 2 DPS, 1 tank, and 1 healer,
Correct.
there's no in my head at least, I'm not seeing a consistent way of. Well, let me think about this because the DPS are on the inner cardinals and our clock.
So if all the people run into the center, right?
Yeah.
Let's say all tanks and healers, we don't care about the debuff because we all either have it or we all either don't.
Right.
DPS can't have tether.
Right.
So if all 4 tanks and healers go and stand directly in the center of the boss, you will see 2 tethers outside. You can run around real quick, see if you got a tether on you. If you don't,
but can't
go
you
grab
yoink
one.
the tether from somebody else in the same
Not
row?
if you already have one.
Not if you already have
If
one.
you have a tether, you cannot get another one.
Yeah, you can't have 2.
Okay. Okay. Well, so let's say like somebody makes a loop, right? And then like
Well,
Minku grabs mine because I don't have like.
Why
she
did
doesn't have
Minku
one.
not run and grab one then?
so I think what
Well,
Victor says,
that's my point.
I think when he says
No.
run around and
Like
check,
I
just wait.
want to counter all of these arguments really quick.
Yeah. So my logic
Minku
is
should
that
be running just like you and grabbing one. So that would take care of the other 2. The 2 people who are standing with tethers already are already accounted for. All
So
4 of those
where-
tethers are now
okay.
grabbed.
yeah. So as soon as we grab all 4 tethers, where are we going? I guess
You go back to your position.
into our Protean spot. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So
Let's just get back in there and do it. Bails out.
Just go to your Protean. We're doing everything Protean. It keeps everything organized. Alright, so DPS first.
tanks and healers are getting the tethers. Yeah.
Yes. Tanks, healers get tethered.
DPS should not have debuff, right?
Not yet.
We
Not,
need to
not
find
that
out.
We don't know.
decided.
DPS get debuffs. Tanks, healers
And-
get tethers.
Yeah. So
So everyone still stay outside. We need to do debuff pass first.
I need
Alright.
debuff. I got vectors. Tanks,
Alright,
healers in.
tanks, healers go inside. Tanks, healers go inside.
just dead center, do a loop.
Someone
Do a
grab
loop.
Somebody's not doing a loop.
Grab it.
Make a
it. They
grab.
went out
heals.
before the loop was over.
You can grab mine. This
Yeah,
was
that's why you needed to stay in.
So
And you left before the loop was done. Yeah.
okay.
Oh, fuck.
Like, we need to make sure 4 of us have one.
Okay. So if you get a tether, you don't immediately run out. That's the logic. Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of time there. We've got the time to do it.
Yeah.
Let's do
That seemed to
double
work
hit.
out the best then.
It's
Yeah, double hit.
You want to go right back into it? Oh, he killed you. Oh, geez.
kinda, yeah. I kind of want
Let's
to
just
wipe
wipe it, go right back into it.
Yeah. Well.
Let's get it right.
Okay. I see.
So yeah, once the tethers spawn, for now, drop DPS and just start running in circles.
Yeah, we
You
don't
sh-
need to hit.
Yeah, like until we see all of the tethers collapse into the center, you should just be running around in a circle.
So let me-
That
Like,
was your
we
plan,
can-
right? That's
Yes,
your
yeah.
vector.
Like, and if we're directly on the boss's hitbox and kind of step at, like, so the closer radius you have on the boss's center, the easier it's going to be to grab that tether. Part of the problem there was Minku and you, like, your tether was on one side of the boss and Minku was just inside, and then kind of had to go in a little further. But we need everyone to step in and, like, just be as close as possible. In worst case, like,
It's 4 tethers.
it's in such a way that I end up passing mine to Minku and then come grab yours. Like,
Uh-huh.
this problem is still solved.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's go again.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Tanks, healers get tethers. Dead.
Oh,
No heal.
oh my god, there's a pop out.
Yeah. That's the DPS. will
DPS
the
get debuff.
have a debuff?
Somebody take my debuff.
Someone needs to go to get it from Les.
Extra.
Someone-
Extra, go get it.
Well,
I thought
okay.
Mil had one.
And now, tanks, healers
I'm,
run around
I'm,
in
I'm
a
just
circle.
gonna die.
I thought Mil had one.
Oh.
I'm gonna wall.
I'm not gonna wall.
Just keep
Yeah.
practicing this.
This was my concern, is that
Oh, wait.
there are instances
Actually,
where,
People
even
are
if
just
Neil
going out.
has one, somebody has to grab mine. I don't
yeah,
know.
Yeah,
And if
like
you
that-
don't have one, then you need to grab mine.
I thought I had already like resolved it.
Mm-mm.
If you didn't have one, then you needed to grab one.
yeah,
No, yeah, I thought Mil had one, so I went to grab his.
and then he
Mhm.
ran out, but he didn't realize I didn't have
just
one.
run into the center. Just like that's. If you
Well,
need
if
a
everybody
debuff-
runs it in the center, then you'll pass it off accidentally.
Yeah, so
You
I
gotta-
kind of I like what we did originally, where we basically took these two, right, and we basically just said if you're the DPS with it, you move in. To
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So right.
You-
so-
you
You're the
just
person
move
that
the-
needs to get rid of it, right?
yeah.
And somebody else runs in and takes it.
Yeah. So the healers are on. What do we say?
The healers are on Bravo, the tanks are on
Things are
Delta.
Delta, and the
And-
DPS. My group is so Ori and Badger are on Delta side. Ika and Extra are on
No,
Bravo side.
Ori and Extra are flex.
Yeah. Sorry. Their default positions are Delta Bravo. So
Yes.
Ori and Badger
the
default.
closest to my inner card is my
Yeah.
def. Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a
So-
second. I need to adjust my party list so that I can see if Badger has it or not.
It sounded like it was mainly a misunderstanding of. He thought he already had one.
Right.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's what I ended up doing. Just automatically was standing on D and
Yeah.
waiting for somebody to pick it up.
Okay.
I don't think we need to move the marker, but
Yeah, we didn't need to, like, I don't know where that got lost, because that shouldn't have changed at all.
Yeah. I just use the marker as like my reference. So,
Okay.
DB for doing bad.
all right.
yep.
Keep going.
Alright.
Oh, shit.
3, 2, 1.
That Divine Veil was not free pull, so
Yeah, that's fine. We'll know to pop it. I'll just wings for now. We'll know to pop it. So DPS will get big tethers here.
Yes. And tank healers will get the
Debuff.
thingy. Yeah.
so you need to get rid of a debuff.
If you need it, go to a letter.
Well, if,
Badger has it. I already passed mine off.
Just come get mine.
I'm sorry, Miku. No,
DPS, run around in a circle. Now go out.
I've killed us.
My bad, I grabbed that accidentally.
Oh,
We need a heal here.
That was my bad. So one thing that came up just there, who goes to the circle first? The people who need it or the people who are giving?
the people that want to get rid of it. That way, if you don't have one and you know that you need it, you run in and grab it and leave.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Okay.
Because you
Because
can,
what happened there was it was Badger and Ori, but I needed it and I walked in, and then Badger was
I see.
panicking.
I see. Okay. So yeah, in that instance, Ori would have gone to Bravo. Badger would have gone.
my
to
logic for that
Bravo.
is if you don't have it yet, or if you have it, if two people that do have it both go to D, either somebody else grabs it and you get the debuff where you can't get it again and that person already has it, or
Yeah.
no, like the two people that have it can't accidentally swap.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Okay. so
Actually,
Guardian.
by that logic,
Well, yeah. Then we just send everybody
we
to
can
one
send,
spot, right?
we can put them to center. Yeah, we put the diseased people to center and let them die there. No, but then we send the people who need it right in because they will get it, so they can't get it again.
Oh,
And
true.
the people
yeah.
who have
Okay.
it will be shielded from it.
Okay. So if you get
Yeah.
the debuff and you need to pass it off, just go dead center.
Yes.
And then the two people who need to grab it also just run dead center. You can do that
Yep.
at the same time, right?
We have to give it like a GCD, like
Okay.
a waiting period to make sure that they are both there. so that way you don't accidentally.
Okay.
But yes.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Because I don't want to have to run through.
Yeah. That's fair.
Dead center is still enough to get positionals. More or less.
3, 2, 1.
I can reprisal both of those big gray blinds.
But I'm not gonna.
Little us.
Forgot the bell. The tethers.
DPS get tethers.
Yep.
Tanks and healers get debuff. Alright, everybody wait out, and then the disease people are going in.
Well, if you need to get rid of it.
So Badger and Ika should be middle. Okay.
Alright, good.
It's resolved.
DPS, get ready to grab tethers.
Yeah,
DPS, go into the
one
center
in.
and grab your tethers.
I have my.
Cool. Nope.
Well, you still needed to run in Badger. Like
Yeah.
everybody with the tether, if you have it or not,
Yeah.
Okay.
you need to run in and do a loop.
Let's wipe
So-
and try again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Like, don't be
everybody
out.
needs. Everyone
Yeah.
should go basically hop on the. So you don't even.
Oh, we're all
You don't
just
even
going
need
in
to
to
do a
grab
whole
loot.
loop.
I followed.
Yeah,
Everyone
yeah,
needs
okay.
to go in, so all four just snap to all four of you.
Yep, I follow
Yeah.
the logic now. I saw the picture. I got it right now. Okay.
Okay. When you put Veil, I'll go ahead and do the pull.
Pictures.
This is the one.
This is the run. This is it.
I'll fuck it up just for you.
I've already fucked it.
Oh, so
Alright,
DPS
DPS get tethers.
Bell should top us. So should pull this up. And then the
Tank healers get the bad.
If you have it and you're not supposed to, run center. And vice versa.
DPS center now. DPS center now.
DPS into the center. Last one. Alright, wow, look at
no,
that.
Oh, these are scary
And-
splashes.
Be okay.
Okay, yeah.
Hell
The next
yeah,
way with that.
heals.
Get him in the middle for
quick
heal.
Even if
Uh,
you should
Shields
whip
on
the
us up.
So,
Okay.
in the future, because of the kit that we have, I think Ika can stay in if it's DPS
Yeah.
tethers.
Are we swapping or are you
Okay.
blocking?
I'm gonna try to hold this.
Okay.
He gave it to Ika, you bastard!
Alright, and we'll swap after, I guess.
First
Keep
the
us the
normal
debuff.
pots and now the tank buff.
No,
Okay,
just
fine.
don't.
Double, it's double.
I mean, you can stay in for the tethers, like, so that you don't have to lose cast time there.
both squares are
Danger,
Danger, right?
Yeah,
Not
so we
just
have
the
to all
model.
get knocked back into.
So we only
Into a
have
specific
half the room.
Okay.
Yep.
Pay attention.
All right,
It is
it's
edge first.
away,
Away
away,
spread.
and then spread.
Hmm.
I hate everything about this.
And Badger, you were too close to the center.
Oh,
No.
right.
Knockback.
Knockback.
and
And
And we
stack.
have to
So,
stack, so.
Go south.
Yeah.
North
and-
left. It's sword.
Wait.
It's sword.
Oh, it is sword.
Wait, which way was he going?
Oh, whoa.
Oh,
Okay, you went
so
That
we're
north.
supposed
was
to get
a
knockback
northerly
north.
shift.
Oh.
Okay. So first one resolved normally. Well,
So
resolve
how-
with both. Okay, and then the second one you have to resolve with the shift, right?
Yes.
Is that always a sword, or is that not always?
No,
That's
it's
sword.
whatever is glowing in his hand.
Okay, that's the reference.
So
Um,
the two things you're checking are what's glowing and what is
The name of the cast.
the name.
Question
Yeah,
though,
okay.
because that one, we needed to be knocked back north, but both of the north squares were glowing, which should have indicated that they were dead zones, right? So how does that resolve?
On the line, I think. You know how like they have a border
That was
between
real
them?
quick.
You're talking about the cleave that he just did, where the safe spot
Yes.
was in the blow up squares. I think the squares
Yes.
blow
Oh, wait,
up
actually,
first,
yeah.
and then you end up in the safe spot. No,
That's
wasn't
still a
knockback.
lot. That's not a lot of
There's
time.
no way
Nope,
you're
nope.
gonna run from
we
the
can
knockback.
we can go ahead and do a record and watch it. There's got to be something.
Because
Yeah.
if water goes off before the sword, right? Because
Was it the full
what
square that
Costa
was
does.
bad, or did you go through the center of the square?
No, the whole square is
The
bad.
whole square is bad. The whole square hurts.
Yeah, in normal mode, only the circle middle is bad.
But I'm gonna pull again. Let's get practice on.
Ika is
Ika's not even here.
disconnected.
Oh, damn
Oh,
it.
okay. So for
Yeah.
that one,
See, I just make threats and she shows up.
the water square went first. It knocks us back. The sword
Goes off.
swung, and then the fire started to light up. So we could get.
Oh,
pushed
so
to
you get
the
knocked
fire.
back to the fire side. I see what you mean.
Okay.
Easy.
Okay.
I'll
Spells
go
out.
by standard step.
All right.
Oh my god, his HP moves so slow. Did you get through half of this?
TPS tethers.
Yep. Thanks, healers.
Healers got the
Sickness.
debuff. Stand in the asylum. You can take
Corona.
all.
Wait to see who gets sick.
Yeah, fucking sick.
6 in.
Oh wait, I need to.
What do you? No, you don't.
It's in.
Well,
DPS in.
like
Grip
wall.
tethers.
No, it's fine. I can die.
Okay. I'll get him.
So there, Ika, you would just want to stay in to keep up time. Because we're all running out.
Coming.
Oh fuck.
I can reprisal both of them.
This tank buster's
Wait,
AoE. AoE.
Thinking.
You're holding this yet?
Right now.
Okay, this is not the only-
So it's a 2-hit.
It is a 2-hit. I don't know how many he plans to do, so we'll figure out timings later.
Okay.
Blankies.
This is a random, right? Because we got knockback first. I
This
think.
is random. This is absolutely random.
Might pair up. Yeah,
It might
the same
be
way. I
solid
see what you mean.
pairs and it
Yeah,
does
yeah.
like 50-50, but
I see. Knockback
Not
first.
what-
knockback first.
No, but
With the stack.
so
Where are we getting
no,
knockback
no,
to?
but
One?
to one.
One, okay.
And it one.
Oh, it's
that was
pairs.
two.
Oh, of course it is.
Okay, so this is edge.
Which
Edge,
edge?
Sword.
Sword,
Edge.
West
sword.
edge.
Oh, I just touched the wall.
spread.
Alive.
Do you think it's like normal stacks where it targeted the healers, or
We should probably spread into solos to
possibly.
figure out who gets targeted for it.
Yeah, the real problem is that we can't aim to the inner cardinals because you'll get knocked back into this.
I mean, we
middle.
can knock
We
back
can do
prevent
pair
that,
offs
right?
and some
Yeah.
like we can still do. You can do it like a line.
We
Like
can
this.
knock back prevent.
Yeah.
even then there was also plenty of time where we could get all knockbacks
Yeah, there was all
straight
kinds
and
of-
then
yeah.
shift to whatever side you're going to.
Okay, so let's do knockback into cardinal and then left right. Yeah, so like looking at the boss, I guess I'll go
It's
left.
like Gaiden, 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine with me. Yeah.
I'm
So
sorry,
get
what are we
knockback. So get knockback. So if it's knockback, and that was what?
Knockback
Knock
stack.
back and
That's-
stack.
That was knockback stack. Yeah.
Knockback light party stack is what we're doing, right?
Was it light party or was it 2 stacks or was it?
Yeah, it was 2.
Okay.
Is that 2?
Okay, so let's do light party, knockback light party stacks. You'll get knockback to the cardinal, opposite the danger zone, and then.
And before they're gonna do fucking inner cardinal
Yeah,
choices.
if they do that, that'd be fucked up. But for now, we'll do knockback to the cardinal, opposite the danger zone, and then looking at the boss, my group will go left and Miku's group will go
So we
right.
are doing boss relative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clockwise encounter. Can we use those terms?
That's fine. Yes.
Yeah, so
or
my group will
Where?
go clockwise, and Minku's group will go counterclockwise.
Before we're sitting here for fucking 5 years talking about left or right again.
this is light group Ika.
We'll do light parties from now
Can we,
because we have no idea.
can we split because I have no idea which party I'm in?
With-
Like Oracle. Darkness.
I don't remember that fight.
A raid tier in
The
third.
light party you're literally always in, with the exception of P3S.
Is there another light party besides P3S in this tier?
Yeah.
Yes, P2.
Yeah, the same one you're in.
No, he swaps in two.
Yeah, the one where
Yeah.
we were at.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm all over the place. What do you mean?
Okay, we've established light parties. So looking at
Okay.
the boss, my group will go clockwise, and Minku's group will go counterclockwise. For the first couple pulls, I'll try and call the directions I think we're supposed to end up at. Oops. I'm just gonna take that off my bar.
I'm gonna pull.
Yeah, go.
I just want to see it some more because that's practicing for a very particular like
Yeah.
set so far.
That's true.
But I guess so far it is in pairs. I think it's a movement followed by a
DPS will take
stacker
tethers.
spread.
DPS will take tethers.
Healer's tank
Healers will
debuff.
get debuff.
Alright, 6 DPS are gonna go center.
I'm sick.
Debuff first. 6 DPS go center.
Okay,
Alright,
pass.
all DPS
Right
center. All DPS center.
Yep. Make
Wiggle.
sure you have it then. And then out.
There's
Badger,
a
you didn't grab one.
I had one, and then where'd it go?
You have to do a full loop around the boss.
Everybody needs to be in the center until all 4 tethers that are outside the boss's hitbox are gone.
Yeah, a full loop around the boss. You can't just like wiggle and pull.
No, I saw that I had one. I started to leave.
No. That
Don't do that.
Swap with me. Swap with me.
Oh, fuck.
Whoa!
Got him.
Bugger.
Fucking. Granada!
That was because I had to use home gang to live through the tether.
Oh, gotcha.
Badger, it's not just you who has it. Everybody in the middle has to have it before you.
Man, I did my part.
There's plenty of
Dude.
time.
Deep part.
I actually didn't.
I tried.
Focus up.
wait.
Knock back.
first.
Back first.
It's either one or Bravo.
I'm back into spread.
One.
One.
My group will go to
It's
Bravo.
a spread. It's a spread. Just get away from
We
each other.
did light parties in that manner. Sword.
Woo! Woo!
Pack spread people.
Goodbye, Extro!
You're both dead.
Oh no, I'm dead! Ah!
Oh, I stepped on the bottom.
That was a lot of time to stack up, it looked like.
Yeah.
On that one, there's a lot more time, it looks like, because I guess it assumes you have to move. The first one happens much quicker.
The cast bar tells you where it goes, Ika.
I
He'll
see- I
say
see what-
northerly.
I see what you were saying
something,
about
sex,
uptime here. Hmm.
Yeah.
See.
Just give it up.
Yeah, just give up.
Let me give rid of these for now, so we don't use them.
Yeah, the cat's name will have the cardinal.
Do we want to always knockback prevent that one?
I'm fine with
Always
that.
water? Or do we need it for the cape in case he does it?
I don't know.
I'm fine with knockback water. Like if we're doing, or if we want to do knockback prevention on a specific, like.
I think knockback on prevention on a spread would be more efficient that way.
Yeah.
I don't know. Casters, they
don't-
don't use knockback resist and they all get knocked back or
Yeah, but I
stand
don't
out
know
and
if
use
we
knockback.
have- I don't know if we have time to see if it's going to be spread or stack and
We
then
do. We have a
react.
lot of time.
Okay.
Yeah, being able to see the mechanic happens pretty slowly. The actual like firing of the mechanic happens relatively quickly for the first set, but there's enough time to know if it's going to be a spread or a stack. We just called it wrong that time.
If it's a spread and water, then range just don't knockback prevent melee does, right? So we
I'm
can
just
make
going
that
to the
out
corner
before.
every time.
Yeah.
I will be in
What
the
corner are you
You can
heading
beat-
to?
You can be in the corner and still knockback resist.
The
Clockwise corner?
counterclockwise corner.
Okay, I just want to know where not to run because we can say spread, but we're not used to half map spreads,
Yeah.
and it's still a scramble.
It's Titan.
My plan for that was to run through into the danger zone. That way I'd spin the boss around for whoever's going to be behind him.
Wow, what
That's
a
good
legend!
idea. Just make sure you're not ending up on the spread tile because that one blows up second.
You should get knocked back to the edge, and then Miku and I will move away from you. So you get knocked back and stand still, yeah.
Well, I mean, if Ika's in the middle of the cast, like knockback prevention, have her.
Well,
in a
my
static
problem
spot.
is if she does knockback prevention, the melees are there too.
Well,
Right,
stand
so
out
have
and
her
knockback
out.
resist.
Yeah, she doesn't
Yeah,
have to be
that's true.
melee range.
That's true. Yeah, so, I mean, in 2S she likes to get knocked back, so I don't know. That's up to her. However you want to resolve the mechanic, you basically just want to end up on the edge of the cardinal. Like where I am, if 3 was the safe zone, you would just end up here, and everyone else spreads away from you.
It
you
looks
want
like the
to stand here and
spreads are
knockback resist?
relatively small. They're smaller than the tether AoEs from the look of it.
Yeah, they should be smaller
Yeah.
because if it's like knockback and spread and you're all in a group, then they'll be relatively small, not large.
Okay.
Let's go again.
All right, I'm just gonna pull. As we kind of like just keep doing it, and people figure out this spot works for me. Like if you're like, this is my home, that's fine.
Get ready for home invasion.
I think if I reprisal halfway through this bar, I can't. So, I might have to reprisal the next one.
Tanks and healers
Okay.
get
Just
tethers.
tethered.
Tanks, healers, tethers,
Yeah.
is that what that was? Okay.
Tank sealers, tethers, yeah.
He's switching that up on us now.
What an asshole! Jesus.
DPS get
Yes,
the bad.
Devo.
What the fuck does that hurt so much?
Alright, swap the bads.
Let's take mine.
Oh my god, my life.
Someone did not take mine.
Yeah, it looks like somebody didn't take yours.
I already have one. Badger passed to extra is what happened there.
Oh,
Yeah. So you need to wait until both of us are in the middle before you move in. Otherwise, you run the risk of being
I
back.
watched my debuff change.
Yeah, that's. Wait, you had a debuff?
Let's just
Yeah,
wait.
Hang on.
he had a debuff and he went in and it got stolen by extra.
Yeah.
Badger should have been outside that
Outside
entire
already.
time.
Did
Yeah.
you run in, Badger?
I did. I thought I needed to.
No.
Oh, because I.
Okay.
Hang on.
Yeah. So the mechanic in there was that it first targeted all the DPS with the first blood rake, which tells you that all the tanks and healers need the tether.
I got it.
Then-
I just need to go back
yeah.
and look at the footage and see if I missed being blasted with the.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, here we go.
Oh,
Okay.
DPS
Tanks, healers.
Yeah, sorry.
Thanks, healers get tether.
Yes.
Oh, I did.
That's okay.
Tanks healers.
Thanks,
get
healers
everything.
get debuff.
Tanks, healers, do everything. Woo!
let's go.
Get in past the schmooze. Alright. Tanks, healers in.
Go in.
Spin.
Somebody needs to
Victor,
take
you gotta
mine.
spin.
Everyone out.
I'm dead.
I was trying. I swear I was trying.
That's what happened to me, and I got called out for it.
I'm gonna
Wife
just
and
let him-
reset.
Yeah.
Alright, take this.
Try
Yeah,
to
there-
stand,
there's four
more
possibilities
dead center,
for that.
Victor.
You are correct, Ika. It could be tanks, healers do everything, DPS do everything, and then
If we stand dead center, it doesn't work, right? Like
You
we
need
won't just
you need to
instantly
get
take up
between
all-
the person with the
Yeah.
tether and the center.
Ugh.
You can't
you
just
If you
stand,
stand
running
dead
around.
center, you're orthogonal. You'll grab everybody's tether if you don't have one. Like,
which is not
That's what-
possible
yeah,
because
that-
you can't
that-
get more than one. But I think you have to actually
It's fine.
break it.
Okay. We'll try it again. We'll just practice makes perfect. But seriously, he's fucking clobbering my ass.
so
Like, it was mostly when mechanics were going off. Like I was just getting mollywopped. DPS tethers. Yeah.
Yep.
You
yes,
guys looking?
DPS tethers.
Thanks,
healers
healers,
suck.
sickness.
Alright, pass off a sickness.
DPS, 6 DPS in.
All DPS in. All
DPS
DPS,
in.
in. Spins. Out.
except for Ika, because she's cool.
Hell yeah.
Man, I want to be that cool.
I can't.
Oh, I should be shields on my there.
Are we
Okay, I got
swap
it by
all?
myself.
away.
I got it by myself.
Here's another veil out for this.
Knockback
One or
with
two.
spread. Knockback with spread.
Yeah, knock back to one for one side.
Well, I might have knocked back resist to
I
it.
resisted.
Extra. I said I'm running through. Why'd you run through?
South.
Go to three side.
Knock back.
South, out of the center. No, out of the center and stack. Oh,
Oh,
it
he
was a
pushed us
knockback.
too.
Yeah, he was holding his cape.
I
Yeah.
didn't see the cape.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So in that instance, what we would have done is
He always
gone to
holds the
three.
gate, but
No.
one of them lights up.
One of them
Oh,
lights
yeah,
up. He
sorry.
had a lit up cape.
Sorry, yeah, that was the cue. So in that particular instance, we would have gone to like here at 3 and just all gotten knocked back towards the middle, right? That the edge went off.
Towards 2 because northwest was
Oh,
bad.
sorry, yeah, okay. But
Yes,
you
that
basically
was
go.
cardinal connects.
But you go to basically to the edge of the cardinal, away from the electric first. Then we all stack and get knocked back to the same direction, right?
Correct.
Okay.
The damage fall off is a lot more forgiving than in normal. If you
Yeah.
stand directly south on the cardinal, you'll be fine.
Okay.
There, like the damage fall off is negligible here. I've been standing here every time. I've taken like 10,000 damage, if that.
Is it possible to change where like that flying text shows up? Like where like Hesperos' balloon absorbs ether. Can I change where that shows up on the HUD? Does anybody know? It's like blocking my character.
I know what you mean. I don't think you can. 'cause
I don't
it's
know.
not
You said
on
it's
the HUD.
blocking your. What's it blocking for you?
Like it stands like on my character, and sometimes it's hard to see if I got the disease.
What are your thoughts on changing the? So I changed the view angle of my character. Is that outside of your
Well,
comfort zone?
I mean, I can try it. We'll see how it goes. I'll figure.
So that's in configuration. Like it's not a HUD thing.
Are you a keyboard?
Yeah, mouse keyboard.
Hold control, and press the up and down arrows.
Oh, I tried that, and it's yeah. I'll figure it out. Okay. I don't know. Let's just look at my debuffs.
Give me 1 second. Sorry. All right. Here we go.
Or center trap.
Which mechanic are you struggling with that one, Badger? The first one? Looks like
Just,
the blood rakes.
just like when all that flying text comes out. It's just really annoying.
Fucking mood though.
It's like this text, right? Yeah, I should.
Alright.
DPS
So-
get tethered.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, Hesper absorbs ether.
DPS do everything.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah! Six tanks, six healer go in.
Okay, got mine, got mine.
Pass.
You weren't supposed to go in that.
Okay.
But I have it.
Okay,
No, it's fine.
All
Okay, we're all
DPS
good.
in.
No, he's
All
good, he's good.
DPS in.
Oh yeah.
All
Nice.
DPS in, spin. Alright, go out.
And then out.
Go out, go out.
Okay, we're good. Move into
Easy.
the middle for a heal.
Yeah. Ika takes a big hit, yeets herself out while everyone's coming in for the fucking heal. Like, not me.
Daily.
Oh, hell no!
You ain't touching me with that.
You guys
Waste your
swapped
time.
immediately after that, right?
What's that?
You guys swapped immediately after.
Yeah, we
like-
swap.
Okay.
Edge.
First. It'll be 1 or 4 edge.
Stack, edge stack.
1 in.
Are we not splitting for the stack?
Where?
Oh yeah, I know that.
He's not moving.
Knockback.
Yeah, the boss doesn't move. Looks like.
East.
East 2. Or
Sword.
4. Knockback. Oh, I messed up.
Spreads.
Oh. Whoops.
Oh, I'm in the bad.
Oh wait, it was 2. I can turn around. Whoops.
Yeah.
Where's the? Oh,
There
there
it
it is.
is.
Oh my god, that's a long time.
I hate this buff. window.
Another tank buster.
Paladus.
You got it? You want to swap?
I
Come
help.
close. Come close. Come close. Need a heal.
Me? Okay, I'll drop it on you.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Tank.
big blood ray.
Tanks, healers, and then everything
Oh.
except water.
No, I was tethered as well.
Oh.
I was.
Everyone was tethered there.
Alright,
He also
well,
picked some of the blankies.
Yeah, I think it was every blankie except water.
Knockback was the only blanket he did not take.
So, Brett, stuck.
I'm assuming we got to deal like something with water.
Vengeful
Blown
blood.
poisoning the aether absorbed.
My two. Oh, acting tank.
Acting DPS.
I need to give to a
Acting
healer.
DPS.
No, I'm a.
No,
I'm a
no,
tank
I,
right now.
I think this
we
is just
can swap.
Acting.
I'm a tank. I can die.
elemental resistance down. Everyone got that, right?
Yeah. Blood
And
ray.
blood ray.
Even I got
hate
active
everything
tank.
about what's going on right now. I'm
Okay,
just scared.
What's he gonna do? Orb
Okay.
roll positions. That's what Act just said.
Oh, I need to
Whatever
take
that's supposed to be.
DPS.
Oh,
I have 2. I have.
God.
Oh wait, I'm an acting
Yeah,
DPS. I can't take that.
Oh, I'm an acting healer.
Oh, thank God I'm dead for this. I get to just watch.
The orbs, they're fast as fuck, boy.
Me when I fucking get you.
It's coming right for me.
That was
Okay.
wild. Okay.
Alright.
So with orbs,
My
we
brain is
can-
not a neural network processor.
for
I
orbs
am
we can
not
bait
a
them.
learning computer.
We can
Right.
bait them.
Yes, they will tether to the closest person to them. That is the same thing as normal.
Are they? I guess the question was, are they fixed positions?
Like,
or sorry, like the
like as
roles.
far
are-
as the debuff, is the debuff a fixed debuff?
Well, so the debuff there is swap for sure, right? So all the tanks and healers got all the acting DPS, and all the DPS got acting tanks and healers.
My
Right.
debuff ended when I blew up an orb.
So you
And
want
you
to
blew up
cleanse it.
the one that was not either of your acting or your other one, right?
I think
So
I
you
blew up
blew-
a healer one, and it took
Were
away
you an
my.
acting tank or an acting
I was an
healer?
acting healer.
Okay.
I was an acting healer. I took a healer orb, and it got rid of my debuff. And then I ran
Okay.
into mine because I'm a fucking idiot.
Okay. So we
See,
need to...
I thought acting DPS meant that I was a DPS, so I ran into the tank one and instantly.
Yeah,
Oh, because
okay.
you're a tank and also DPS.
Yeah, so that's
No,
why
I-
I was
I
like,
think-
No,
maybe
but Ori, Ori
acting-
was acting healer, and he said he took a healer orb.
So I think you have to
You're
take an
both
orb that
roles.
is your acting.
What happened to
role.
your DB? What happened to your debuff, Miku?
Yeah, I was acting tank. I ran to healer and I survived.
Yeah, I think you're both
Did you
roles.
have it
If you're a
afterwards,
tank,
though?
Yeah.
So what happened to your debuff, Extra?
I'm gonna check. Right now.
Because my debuff disappeared. It was gone.
And you took a healer orb?
And I took a healer.
yeah. Victor,
Yeah,
you
that's
said
what
So
you,
like that,
you were an active
that's
DPS
that
and took
makes
the
sense to
tank
me.
one,
I
right?
understand that as like
my
you
debuff.
clear that you kill off the leech on your back, right? What I don't know is what happened to the people who took the.
My debuff didn't clear.
Okay, so
do
then
you
the question
have to
is,
clear...
well, we don't know that we need to clear it yet. Like
The
I'm not
debuff
saying we
said that
don't.
the roll, like another roll, will take massive damage when this debuff expires, or something similar to that effect.
Okay.
That's similar to the roll call buff that we get in the first mechanic.
Right. Yeah. Non-healers will sustain heavy damage. Being hit by certain attacks will remove this effect without the resulting damage. So you have to hit the orb that is your corresponding act.
Okay. So. Alright, so I guess the question is, we can, with the bait there, what do we want to do as the setup?
So we currently have the healers on 2-3 and the tanks on 1-4, right, by our default clock spots.
So
Yeah.
I guess the question is, like, we can still kind of do that, right? We can still
Yeah.
do Protean there, and
Mhm.
if tanks and healers, so if we go by the last one, right, and
Mhm.
I am well aware that this is not, like, flawless logic, but if we go by the last one, all tanks and healers got DPS, so if the DPS are in the inner cardinals, the tanks and healers only need to step to the left or the right, correct?
Yeah.
The DPS would then need to just check whether they are going one direction or the other, right?
No. Ori has 2 tanks surrounding him. Both tanks that are next to him. And Extra has both healers surrounding him. So if me and Les swap, then yes. Because in that instance, that way every DPS on an inner cardinal has a tank and a healer on either side of them.
should also
Yeah,
work.
And
I
then
like that.
then the DPS would drive the swap, right? The DPS would walk over to who they need to pair with,
Yes.
and then the tank or healer would swap with the person. Does that jive less
So
as far as you swapping with Meal?
Sure, where's he at? 2?
3. So you'll go to 3 for
Oh.
your clock spots
Yep,
for every
yep.
mechanic. So we'll just set your clock. So we'll do, what is that, 2S, I think?
Tanks north south, healers east west, DPS center.
Yep,
cardinals.
got it. Easy.
Okay.
All right.
Build out.
Let's do it.
The man said
I
pull.
potted! I potted! No!
That's fine.
I've been
Put some offline
standing
bars.
stabbed!
You ever been? Have you?
Have you ever, have you so much that you can't feel like you can do anything?
Are you kidding?
Take
Nice.
healers contender.
Oh,
Help.
my bell
Oh.
did not go off.
Bale didn't go off because he didn't take damage. It's 2S all
No,
over
the bell
again.
didn't finish. What is this?
DPS gets sick.
Yeah. Wrong one.
Look at her go.
Why did it work?
Alright, DPS gets sick. I need sick. I have sick.
Passed off.
Tank healer center.
Healers in.
Spin! Spin! We got one left. Spin! Go! Go, go, go! Nailed it.
Wish there was a debuff if he had to tell her.
Yeah.
Seeing it behind his cape.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buster, away from him.
Run, Eco, run!
There's 2.
Why am I fainting?
I'm not sure if you're just playing gambling or what.
Do I need to bend you there if you're swapping? Or can I just tree you in?
You can just tether me.
Yeah, I'm bending me.
Once you start being a benefit, sure.
I give mantra.
Edge.
Edge?
Wait.
Which edge? Which
Spread.
edge? This
Spread.
edge.
South. South edge spread.
He does not move. Spread takes a while. No, it doesn't.
It's back.
Knock back. We're going south.
Wow. So,
With the blankie. Get knocked back south and then get ready for the blankie.
Oh, it's blink. Oh, that's not
back.
south.
Woohoo!
Oh
There's
no.
That's random targets.
Spread.
Ow!
Owie!
Alright, let's just die.
You guys just stood there like.
That
Like,
is
yeah,
wild. What's
this
the
is the
point?
fucking move.
So that knockback is significant.
And it has to be on the cardinal, right? Like on the line, like the border between the tiles.
It doesn't have to be on the line. You can be slightly offset.
As long as you're not in the danger tile, right?
Correct. So you
Yeah,
just you
okay.
want to be like next to the danger tile,
Yeah,
and you should get knocked to the opposite wall.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, does the fire tile do damage the whole time or only when it goes off?
Only when it goes off.
Yeah, so you can get knocked into that too. Because there's a long time before that even goes off.
Sure. Yeah. And then we can split into light parties.
Do it.
We have a lot of time to split into light parties there.
So can we drag the boss to fire?
It's only the second mechanic that takes a long. The first pin axe happens almost back to back immediately.
So we can take the boss to 3, right?
Not always.
Depends on the orientation of the blankets.
Stacks takes longer than
It de-
spread, I think.
Has anyone
It's-
noticed whether the positions of the Pinex tiles are standardized?
Let's find
I
out.
haven't checked.
That's what we have bots for.
I know for when we got tethered and everything went fucky, they
No,
are
we can-
not.
We can take the boss to 1, where between water and electric. Because only one of them is gonna go off, right? Or no?
Yes.
Yeah, we can. Let's go ahead and take the break.
Or the first one. I think.
Badger's going out, and we can go ahead and talk. And
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna
So
See.
they don't go off at like they never go up, but I think they're always inner card of each other. Not?
the
Then
ones
they're
that go
not-
off.
Has there been a situation where water and ice have been next to each other?
Water and lightning. You mean?
Water and lightning, yeah, sure.
Yes.
Then they're not fixed spawns; they are random spawns because I have seen it every time I've been paying attention. They are inner cardinal of each other.
Yeah, I believe that they are randomized spawns.
So for the first one, like the run I'm looking at, it was during the the second part.
Just post a picture.
Oh, I lost it. Fuck. The second time he puts the
Sorry, Meal, I'm
blankets
50 minutes late, bud.
with the roll balls. Yeah, that part. Yeah, water and lightning were together. But
Yeah, we're
before
not
that,
worried
they
about
were
that
not.
one though. Yeah.
Yeah, before that they were not. They were intercardinal.
Okay. So there's not a good way for us to bait that because we don't know which side he's going to be on. We're just going to kind of have to sack up time.
What?
Oh,
Oh.
okay. So that was. I'm cheating a little here, but there is a standard Pinax order. Like it's still
Ordinance.
variable, but there's a standard
It's
pair that
always
it chooses every time.
Yeah.
It
feels
is
like
it is movement stack spread, movement stack spread.
Yeah. That's what it's on. Because there's
So
no way.
you'll never get a water and thunder going off together. You'll
Yes.
never get.
Yeah, it would be like
Yeah, because by
Too
the same
easy.
logic, that for like coherence
It would
or
be
like
too easy.
dissociation plus what's it called, cataract, right? If you could get water, lightning, in principle you could get fire, poison, but that's impossible to resolve, right?
That was
Yeah.
possible. That is possible to resolve.
A stack with a spread?
I guess.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
the-
it is.
it's
Well,
one
that's
after
not
the
the
other.
other.
way later.
Their cast
That's
is
true.
not
That's
simultaneous.
true.
No, but water and electricity would be too easy because you just do nothing. You just get knocked back. Oh, it's resolved.
Sometimes that's how it be.
No.
Not allowed!
No. What do you mean no?
Explain.
I made it through 3 whole raid tiers
Versus-
doing nothing.
Versus-
Don't forget to take this time to repair if you need it, because we have wiped a lot early and gear's probably low.
Man, I need more grade 8 material.
My Badger's gonna get back. He's just gonna be the only one in there. Where'd everyone go? So if if DPS gets tethers, I'm paying attention to the outside to make sure that all of the tethers are taken. So, do we want to just like leave it for a call out once all of the tethers are grabbed, or
think so.
do we want to
I
like?
think it would be easiest to just make sure one person's like looking at the outside, so it's either you or me, right? Because one of us are
You
always.
just
Okay.
look from the top down. Like,
Yeah.
really not that wild.
I'll still call it out for at least the next couple pulls, and then. Yeah,
Thank
Minky's
you.
got the call out. Let's go.
I just run away and close my eyes.
If you hear loud static, it means there's still one to get. When are you not disappointed in us, Minku?
Yeah, aren't you still out buying milk?
Maker's only disappointed is 2 times a day. When her eyes are open and when her eyes are closed.
That's pretty good. I like that one actually a lot. So she's disappointed one time.
What she's saying is she sees it all and doesn't care.
Fuck my FF Logs account email. Oh, my logs are incompatible. Maybe I just have to reinstall ACT from scratch. Whatever, that's fine. And we got a log running.
Technically,
Oh god, I can't spell.
it's not a
There we
live
go.
log though.
Oh,
Why do you want a live log?
yeah. Well, I need a log because I want to grab the debuff icons.
Sure, give
I
me just a memento. What's today?
19.
19th.
Uploaded.
Thank you. Oh, it doesn't specify the other debuff, huh? Wait, does it?
Which one?
Oh, never mind. I was looking for the miscast debuff in art. Oh, miscast is a wait.
No, Miscast gets a debuff.
Yeah.
Miscast is a debuff when you
It's
hand
weird
off the...
because it looks like a buff, right? Because it has
It
the flat
it
side
is
of
a
the bottom.
buff. It
Yeah.
is a buff.
But it's listed under debuffs on FF logs, which is like weird to me.
Well, it shows up if you split out your stuff. It shows up in the debuff area, but it's like
Yeah, no, it's
pointed
just weird
upward.
to me because the shape
It's the
itself,
upward.
yeah,
it's
it's
the
upward.
buff shape.
that's just like opposite of what I anticipate it being.
Yeah, good for you, debuff.
Lest I have good news.
What's that?
The times work out, and there's only that many in the fight, so we don't have to try.
Okay, cool, awesome.
Etheric Calamus doesn't actually do things, right? It's just like the buff that like tells you what he's doing. That like corrupts him
Calamus
to
is
it.
an identifier for the Calamus. Like
Yeah, okay.
inversive
Yeah.
Calamus goes with the Bloodrake Aetheric Calamus.
I see. Yeah.
Calamis means cloak in Greek.
Fucking nerd.
Would you listen to one of the podcasts and they talked about that?
Hell yeah. I also started like reading every single skill now. I'm paranoid. I'm gonna do that for next raid tier too. So, before the acting tank, acting healer,
Uh-huh.
he tethers the arenas,
Yeah.
except for one.
Yeah, he skipped out on water, but we were all dead before we could figure
Yeah,
out
so
what that meant.
I'm gonna go with there's
And
a green
then-
one, a red one, and a blue one.
Yeah.
So I think that's him handing out
Yeah, it says the debuff is elemental resistance down, so we just gotta end up at the square that he didn't tether to
Yeah.
after the soak in the balls.
What does Director's Below do?
directors is
Hold on.
the that's when he hands out the sickness.
Okay. And then Inversive Calamus is when you need to be swapping, right?
Inversive Calamus is
Hello,
tethers.
Mitten's needle.
Tethers, okay.
It's actually pronounced below name. Thank you.
Yeah, you're full of it.
I actually don't know.
Cursed Casting, Inversive Calamus. Wait, what is Cursed Casting?
What are you asking?
I'm looking at the cast log for one of the
Uh-huh.
pulls. So, Director's Below is the one that applies the roll called debuff, right? That's what you said? Then Inversive Calamus is the tethers,
Mhm.
right? Cursed Casting, I guess, is the. I guess that's the resolve on the debuff?
Possibly. What? Can you share your screen?
Yeah. That's game screen. Whoops. That's also game screen, please. So maybe I should look at a
First
poll.
casting happens after Calamus,
And then Inversive
and he
Calamus
did it
happens.
to.
And this kills Badger. So, and because I assume because we don't have drop down menus on this, it doesn't actually do damage to us, right?
Yeah, that's a target thing, I believe.
Okay, so this is probably Curse Casting is probably the resolve of the debuff, and then Inversive Calamus is probably the resolve of the tethers. Is that the order? I think that's the order. I guess they happen so quickly that it doesn't matter, but put the mitigation table anyways.
The balls give thrice come ruin.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
will be.
Is it
Why?
twice or twice?
I think it's thrice
Why?
because I see twice. I see someone with 2 and didn't get doom.
On one of the. Neil, are you looking at the long run?
Let me
Can
go.
you,
Yeah, I
can
was
you,
about to
can
check
you
that.
look for the debuffs?
So you can look at the debuffs really quick.
This is
Or just-
this is one of our
No.
longer ones, right?
Mm-mm. We didn't make it that far in that one.
This is our longest one, time-wise.
Mm,
Go to 142, see what's in here. Weakness, roll call, miscast, magic roll, buffs.
that was a. Oh. Yeah, I guess go back to that one then.
The last
We
one,
should
the
have
very
a.
last
We
one,
should
right?
have a come ruin.
This one, right? Flip 15.
Which we
Magic
do not.
roll, not.
Oh, go ahead and do all of them. Do all-
326. 326 EST. Wait, no, 4? Yeah, 4. or 26 p.m.
Oh, this is only 3 p.m.
Yeah, do... Oh. 4:26? Then that should be in the live log.
Is there another log? Thought I clicked on the one that you... Oh, I see. This report contains no fights yet.
Then I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I've been live logging. I've got
Oh, here they are.
22 holes
Yeah.
in mine.
There we go, yeah. Here we go.
Here, this is
I
one
got
that has all of them.
Acting healer.
It's Thrice Come Ruin. What's
Yeah,
the
it's Thrice
name?
Come
Okay, so we can take 2.
So is it like Emerald?
I guess we'll find out. That one I'm
Each
not too
pair
sure
takes
about
2.
yet. Ika and Victor, let me know when you're ready.
We're going to a bag of chips.
So, this one gets Bell. Maybe. It's magical. Yeah, it's all magical so far.
You need to get hit by the ball with the roll you have on your debuff, right?
Yeah,
To
cleanse it. Yeah.
So you cleanse one, then the other.
Wait, what do you mean
between-
one, then the
between
other?
two people? Between two people.
Oh, yeah, okay.
If it's
yeah,
pairs.
Yeah, so we basically send the healers and tanks rotating clockwise first to grab the DPS orbs, and then each of the DPS should have.
I would
one
have the
roll.
DPS grab the orb first.
Actually, yeah, that would make more sense because the healers and tanks have the least amount.
Because the DPS have to like actually
And then the healers and tank just grab the orb of whichever DPS grab their orb.
yeah.
Okay, it's
I
kind of
guess the
scrambly.
one-
There is a strat
Yeah.
that has everybody run straight through in a straight line, but involves some positioning.
The one concern
And what
I have with
we
that-
said will work, but
yeah,
I'm just gonna post this strat just so we can see it.
the one concern I do have about that is there will be an instance where Origami and Badger might both get acting healer, in which case we have to do the flex thing that we do from 12, right? Where Ori's gonna have to.
Yeah, so myself
wait,
and extra
yes.
will still be flex either way.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Down there, you see at the bottom, it says the acting healers will go opposite of the healers in this setup.
Yeah, and then we
And
just run
acting
through the
tanks go
Proteans.
opposite. Yep, and then you just run in a straight line.
Mm.
Everybody runs in a straight line through the boss and grabs the
Oh yeah,
opposite
because
orb.
you get the
I'm fine
debuff
with it.
before you get the orb, right? They don't happen concurrently.
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, if DPS are fine with flexing.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, this puts it on the DPS to flex, and then
Okay. And then we just fix card or clock spots, right? So like the tanks, I guess in here are northwest north, and the healers are east and
Northeast,
northeast.
east.
Okay.
I'm ready whenever.
Ika ready? Let's just start out with these.
Game on!
but what we said would work, where we all go to
Yeah.
healers on cardinals and then DPS flex scramble to whichever side they need to go to.
If I'm an acting healer, I have to go to the healers side. No, tank
would
side.
You
go
have to go
forward,
west or
dude.
You have to go
southwest.
to the you have to grab a healer orb.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically in less setup, everybody stands in those spots, and then you just all run through the boss, right?
Okay, so we're doing that one.
I
Yeah.
think so because
Okay.
So
the
each
flex
one
strat
pops
has
one?
those. Yeah.
Okay.
High end duty.
The only thing about that is, do we want any coordination for how the DPS kind of line up?
Where they have me in that picture would be fine. And then
Well, I guess the thing is, if you get a tank, you can go south or whatever. But what if, like Extro and you are both healer or something like that, or, you know, Ori and Ika are both healer, you're not in that position, right?
Should we just let the tanks and healers stay where they're at, and then let the DPS sort themselves out
That
across?
is, yes.
That's what this strat. Or
That's what we're discussing.
Oh.
Yeah.
The point I'm getting at is, I don't want you guys scrambling all day and people eking to the left as they're trying to get to the left of one another, right? Like, let's say both the healer ones start just scrambling to the left more and more, and then everyone's like panicky or what? Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I see a good way around something like that, though.
We could say Badger
can we
is
do-
always an inner cardinal, Ika's always a cardinal, and me and Extra flex to where we need to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and the thing to keep in mind is we are not generating we are lining up with respect to the orbs are going to be where they're going to be.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want people to keep in mind. Like, they're always going to be in all 8 of those positions. So, like, you are lining up with reference to that. You are not dictating where it spawns.
Yep.
Right.
Should we do red, yellow, blue, purple again instead of?
I'm fine with that.
It's like
As
essentially
far
the
as
same
our
thing.
split,
as-
yeah, it's the same thing. Like,
But just, like,
just
rotated.
so long as we are
Yeah.
coordinated on it.
So I think we put all the healers and tanks on red, yellow. So Victor's on 1, Les is on A, Miku's on 2, I'm on B, and then the
Okay.
DPS will line up 3C, 4D, depending on what you need.
So
both
that way,
healer debuffs will end up
DPS,
on.
if you're an acting tank, then you would stand on either C or 3.
Yes, and if you're an acting healer, you're on 4 or D. Sound
Where's
good?
my green buttons?
But yeah, so we'll use this for now because we haven't needed to change other markers.
That's cool.
And that
Alright.
that works for me. So for that phase, Ika will either be 3 or 4, Badger will always be D or C, and myself and Extra will just kind of fill in.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
Extra, if we're on the same side, you go to the inner cardinal.
Okay.
Yeah, go to the inner cardinal so you could hit. Well,
I
yeah,
think you'll
inner
figure.
card- so
Well,
you
I
can
think
get
we'll just have to
positionals.
pull a couple times. Yeah, we'll have to pull a couple times just to
Yeah.
make sure people understand it.
Tanks 3, C3 healers 4D.
4D. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Tails out.
Let's go.
Oh, I think I still have food going. I'll look around and check.
healers, tanks, get tethers.
I'm south right now.
Yeah. Sorry, I was putting down buttons. I do have to go south.
Healers, tanks do everything.
Oh, why'd Extra die?
Because Neil never took damage.
Not the. I'm trying to plan the fail so it pops before.
Healers, tanks do everything. DPS, get in there. Alright. DPS, DPS, get out! Oh my god. Sorry.
Well, I could take it because I didn't have to do that. I gotta stop painting that.
I'm just gonna drop a little something that I learned. You don't have to faint any of them.
So you're fainting on cooldown to prevent autos.
Yep.
Hell no. Take it between. What did it?
I think we just. Oh,
Alright.
Oh, hey, 90k. Very nice.
Just try to do what you can. Alright, this is gonna be
Outside.
out.
He will not move. So.
Spread. Outside spread.
I'm gonna run through him when I can. I'll point him back north.
Knockback.
Wonder with
Westerly shift. Sword. stacks.
We've got time. We've got time to get to stacks.
Oh, we
So
have
how do we do
people.
stacks? Because he's like, all right.
My life
I
for
think
the
it just-
cause.
You guys, what I missed?
I mean that's why.
Where's
Yeah,
everyone?
counterclockwise. You're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we should have gone.
Which I think we ended up in the right spots.
Yeah, we did. We just didn't have the right. The healer wasn't here because
We
he
didn't have the right
didn't
number
have
of people.
Yeah, everyone was dead. But yeah, that would still be clockwise, counterclockwise split.
Yep.
See, we use counterclockwise and clockwise. We can figure it out real quick.
Vindication.
I didn't hear counterclockwise at all. I just
The
go
part that
right.
gets real
That's 'cause
wild is
you-
when that's a knockback. So that, like we get knocked back to the
Yeah,
west,
then
and
you-
then he'll just push us back to the east, and then we're like, oh god, now we.
All right,
Yeah, if it,
Knockback. That would be wild.
here we go.
They would never do that, right? Oh
I think we
no!
don't-
I think he's
Has he
already
done
done it
cape?
once.
Has he done cape in that first one or at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done cape.
I hate this fight.
This motherfucker's can really calm down. All right, tanks and healers grab tethers.
Silent.
Let's get out of heal.
Tanks and healers do
Tanks and
everything.
healers do everything. DPS, if you get the sickness, go to the center.
Oh wow!
Healers, tanks, grab it.
All right.
DPS out, everybody else in.
Spin out. Tank buster incoming. Eco, make sure you're out of the way.
Favorite first.
Get in here, Ika.
Oh yeah, there's a first, you're right.
I don't have reprise support. There we go.
Combos out in time to time.
Ika played with fire and got burned.
Vector called her bluff. Who could have done this to Ika?
Guys, clear comms, clear comms. I gotta kill Ika again.
Yeah, clear comms, clear comms.
Edge.
Out.
Out.
Stacks.
Stacks.
4.
Just go out to your stacks already. We can kind of walk in.
You want.
Yeah.
Knockback in. Knockback spread with sword.
The
Go into
spread it happens late. The spread happens late.
Knock back to 2.
Oh, I went out way too early.
Spread.
Oh, you're right there, Meal. Oh, that's Minko. Okay.
Oh, Badger down.
Oh, he also took a damage down earlier.
Alright, you got it, bud.
Yeah. I don't really know what to do with him. I'll center him up once this is.
I got it.
All right.
He is not tethering lightning.
Not Thunder's gonna be safe. We're looking for Thunder. I'm just gonna keep him like this, because this is gonna be a pain otherwise.
Get in your positions for the orbs.
We don't have acting anything yet.
Right, but we can get enough positions
You
for the
are
orbs.
correct, sorry, that's my bad. DPS are gonna be flexing.
Oh.
Ika, you need to be at 4.
Origami and Ika are catching healers. There we go.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
All right, go out for your.
Right,
combos.
once it tethers, then run through.
Go through.
Run through, catch your opposite.
Oh, it died.
Oh.
Oh.
Woo.
Burst,
Oh.
They all
400k
hurt.
damage.
So
I don't
that
know that
would.
was right.
that is not.
That's not. I don't
Okay.
think so. I think I think
Then I got
when.
a healer?
No, I think when you
Then
have
how
the.
did my thing get cleansed?
Hang on.
Last?
So I think
Oh,
when you have
we
your
have to
debuff
wait-
plus your rules. So I think you need to take the third one that you're not. Does that make sense?
Oh,
That does make sense.
okay.
But then how did mine get cleansed when I took the healer one?
Well,
Because
the
you
other thing,
died.
so did anybody? I didn't notice. Did they have a roll on them already?
Oh, yeah. I
No.
guess we
Yeah.
kind of assumed, right?
Wait, no.
They spawn blank.
I'm pretty sure we ran in before they had a roll assigned to them.
Okay, yeah. So this pull, wait out on the edge, wait until you get tethered, and then look at the orb. Right?
Hang on. Let's just
You,
look
we
back at the
assume
footage.
that yeah, we assume that when you get tethered, it just assigns you with your
No,
current.
yeah, they had
real
rules
roll, yeah.
assigned.
Okay.
Okay.
So they did have rolls.
So then we
assigned.
did it wrong.
Wait,
So
let
we
me see what we
should
did though. Let me.
then we invert it, right? Then the acting healers go 3C, and the acting. Wait, no, sorry.
But last time I took. Okay.
Here.
Wait, no.
No, yeah.
Because in this lineup, well, so if we take Badger's thing, right, which is you resolve the third one that you aren't, right?
You still have the debuff.
That yeah.
Unless
So
that
I
doesn't
played
acting
matter.
tank was south, right?
Yeah, I
Acting-
took yeah, yours.
Yeah, I'm with me. I had
Oh,
acting
second,
DPS. I
Hit-
took
hit
a
play,
DPS
Badger.
orb and I died.
The only
Badger,
one who
play.
didn't die was Les. Or did Les not die?
I didn't die.
Yeah, but why? You only took one. So even Vector got one shot.
You very well could have been just tank privilege.
Badger has a quick one, 10 seconds. Badger also ends up in the puddle, which probably contributes.
Well, I don't think that.
Yeah, it didn't one-shot you, but I guess the logic is like, so Badger has 12 seconds left.
I have 12 seconds when I'm going through the middle.
Unless it is Spurs.
So we do not care about the elemental debuff right now, right?
Correct.
We only care about the acting debuff. Okay. So if we take Badger's logic of you have to resolve the one that you are not, right? So Badger is an acting tank and a DPS, so he has to grab the healer orb, right? So that means he has to end up at C and 3, or sorry,
Hey.
4 or D, right?
Badger, hit play one more time for me.
I mean that doesn't make sense though because the guide less posted.
Well,
Like that's
the guide is also without context, right? There's
No, it actually
It's
provides
for that specific
context.
mechanic.
It
Yeah.
completely provides context.
do we do something wrong with it then?
We probably did something wrong.
But I'm trying to identify what we did wrong because
keep going until all of the tethers are assigned. And let's just make sure that like everybody got the correct ball first.
Yeah.
We can try to get there again and split 2 and 2. Like one gets the roll they're not, and one gets the roll of the debuff to see who dies. Like put one healer on one
what do you mean?
one acting healer on C and one acting tank on 4. Something like that. And just
Okay, so they line up. Everyone needs to get topped off here. The magic one is longer than the acting debuff.
there's no magic bone. thing.
The elemental resistance
It's
down.
about 10 seconds longer.
Yeah, and just murders us, right?
Are we supposed to not pop the tethers at the same time? Is that what's
No.
happening?
No,
I guess the question is, because people ran to their orbs, right? What if we just ran to the opposite spot and waited for the orbs to come to us? Is that a difference?
I'm afraid those explosions will be really big.
yeah, they're really big.
We can
Yeah.
let's just get to that again, and we can just kind of wait a little bit, like,
Okay.
and see if there's something else that's kind of going on.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull.
I didn't realize this.
DPS, so tanks and healers get tethers. Next heal. Tanks and healers do everything.
Oh, this is much better.
DPS in. With the
DPS go
shrew.
in. If you don't have it, go get your sickness.
Okay.
Tanks and healers go in.
Spin out.
Nope,
Gotcha.
I can't.
What was your plan?
Well, I thought at one point I had clicked west with my AoE and he just didn't die, so I was like, oh, can you just not take damage to this?
He may have just been privileged.
And takes damage if you're dead.
Connects.
Edge first. Spread.
Red.
Go south, and then spread.
In the back with
Oh, we're fine. No, we're not fine.
I thought actually it was going.
Squished over here. What
We're definitely
sword?
getting squished. I thought because it was going to run to the corner, but then I think she stopped because she saw extra run to the corner. And we killed each other there.
All right, let's just die extra.
No.
yes.
So immediately after the edge thing, after the edge goes off, all the melees are just running in, right? That's the plan. Yeah, okay.
Oh, interesting.
I'm gonna walk in them.
Wait, that happens in normals. Did you guys not notice that?
Yeah.
No.
Do we have anything to discuss? Standard seconds ticking. There we go. Yay! We got to time it.
Thanks,
DPS
or
gets heavy.
DPS are good in tethers. I started inching him forward when I was trying to get him recentered, and I really considered just inching him all the way to the fucking edge. Just fucking kept going.
He's breathing.
Healers,
Healers
tanks,
get
and
shrew.
What?
tanks and healers get debuffs. DPS get tethers.
So if you're a DPS and you get sick, walk in.
I'm sick.
Guys, I can't make it to raid. I'm sick.
All DPS in. All DPS in. And spin out.
Oh,
Cool, we're all good.
No, no.
I hate that.
That's scary.
Change
Oh.
places.
Just true north for it.
I did, but I so hate it. Oh.
Hit me again!
Bet you we're going to the edge.
One way or another, we are, yeah.
Spread. Or edge, yeah. Edge spread.
Edge spread.
Around the 4. Melee's moving in, yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm diving in the
Not
West.
back west.
4? So it's not back to 4?
North.
And on the edge would be it.
Oh.
And and then stack. in the
Stacks,
healer boost.
just stay here. Just stay here. I'm an idiot.
I'm
I'm so dumb.
I'm not taking this.
You were in
Be
the
this
fire tile.
stupid.
You got this, Miko. I believe in you.
So in that instance, we should have gone to the 4, right? And then Magoo would have stayed in her tile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We probably should have gone.
We
closer
should
to
have
center.
we should have had the people on water stay close to the wall, and we should have just hopped onto the water tile.
Ah, I see. Okay.
That way we can keep uptime with our melee.
Yeah,
group
you said
people.
stay, and I was looking at the giant pillar. I was like, is this right? This doesn't feel right.
Look, man.
I just fucking died. I was like, oh, I see.
You could just die so we can reset. Please, I want to get Prog in.
What is?
I backflipped
This
in
is-
less Yaklos. It just ran right over me.
Do you see that he only got to suck DPS roll? So every DPS dies, we res them, and we only have to deal with.
All right,
10
pull so I don't have to keep hearing this.
Yeah, but when do we tank LB? Ah!
Did I still get everybody with tech? I did. DPS get tethered.
Wait, now this is.
Make sure
I believe in your ability to do relative plays. Thanks, healers. Get the sickness.
Well, I don't have to do anything. Do I?
We have tethered.
Unless you're
I'm
sick.
sure we're
If you
gonna-
are sick,
6 in.
Meal, get in there.
Somebody take it.
I got it.
DPS in. All DPS in. Spin. We're missing one. We're missing one. Oh boy.
extra, you left too early. Badger, you went in real late.
Yeah, but I got my tether. I took
That's
yours.
not how this works.
You both caused that problem.
That's not how any of this works.
I went in. I got a tether.
You have
You
to wait
can't-
until everyone
you
has a tether.
That mechanic is not a one person one tether. That is a 4 people 4 tethers. It is not. It is a full system. It is not considered a completed mechanic until all 4 people who are supposed to have tethers have 4 tethers. If only 3 people of your group have the tethers, and 1 person does not, that is still a failure on every person that is not a I have mine.
Mistake I made when we started this. I thought we could just stand out with the tether, but you cannot. Alright, keep 'em going.
We pulled him all weird, and Extra's brain fucking exploded.
This bitch not move? Oh my god.
Oh no, I'm just being toxic.
Oh, okay. No, hospital. Healers and tanks get heaven.
Heal the DPS, please.
Bell goes out? Yeah, there we go. We do it all.
I'm just calling it because it gets forgotten. That's not it. I'm not looking at their buffs. I promise it's not me trying to be toxic there.
He's being
Just
toxic.
toxic everywhere else.
Someone take my sickness. I still have a sickness. There we go. Alright, I'm out. Tank sealers in.
Okay, good.
Knockback
Or knockback.
into spread.
Knockback towards 2. Spread out. Edge.
North edge, knockback.
Oh, I already used.
Knockback into stack.
Whoa, that's a big knockback.
Okay.
We go together.
Wow, that's a long time to stack.
So do we want to have knockback resist for that?
It's random though, right? It's not always
Well,
guaranteed to be.
It's
Sorry.
not, but I get so no, you are correct. It is random, but I guess the thing is when we're doing a water knockback, there's no need to use knockback resist, right?
Yeah.
When we're doing cape knockback, if there's a spread, sure, you don't need to do knockback resist. But if we're doing a stack, like we
So
keep
for that
knockback
specific
resist
orientation, what you're saying is for that specific orientation, right?
the specific orientation being that it is a cape into a stack.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
It fucking eats you.
The cape is either going to be a knockback into a stack or spread, right? So why not
Oh,
just always
yes,
knockback
correct.
resist the cape?
We will know if it's a knockback or a spread first.
But just in case, save knockback prevention for second Pinuts.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
it might be water into cape too.
Yeah. That's the
Yeah,
combination
it's
we care about. Okay.
Yeah, all I care about is that it is a cape. Like, because you can catch the water to get knocked into position and then knockback resist the cape specifically if we're like trying to minimize error. Is it, hey Minku, is it as close as Shiva's
Forehand.
knockback was for the wings?
Tight. Okay. So it's safer to get knocked back by water and then use knockback resistance right after you get knocked back.
Yeah, I would say focus on specifically dealing with the cape with your knockback resist.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then we can still do stacks on the proper sides.
yeah, I think you can big brain it like Shiva.
I'm not saying don't. I'm saying that I'm not gonna try to like hurt myself over catching both because I'd rather catch the second.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong.
There's an IR right there. I think. What's the minute?
In a fucked up spot.
Yeah.
What? Lose buffs?
Thanks, healers do everything. Silent though.
DPS, if you have the shmoo, move in. DPS out.
Thanks, healers in.
Spin!
Somebody's not moving.
There we go.
Okay.
Alright.
Sorry, Patrick.
Oh, you're good.
Knockback spread
North towards
with
one.
sword.
Wait for the sword.
Oh,
Then do the spread. Oh shit. I'll move forward.
Spread. Spread.
Buster.
I think even facing south right now.
Is not
fire?
Fire. Fire is safe.
We can reposition it to where we're gonna catch our orbs.
Alright, go to your
Or-
spots.
DPS just keep doing their thing for now. Tank.
So Extro and Ori are tanks.
Ika,
Ika and
Badger,
Badger
Warrior.
are
You go
healers.
for the. You gotta go for the.
You can go to 4. You can go to 4.
And wait for the orbs to spawn.
And don't
Uh,
pop them.
wait.
instantly.
Yeah.
Wait.
Wait for them to tether. Okay. Now run please.
Don't pop them right away, just kind of
Yeah.
max melee it.
I lived.
Oh, I
I
did.
died.
I lived and then I got doomed because of the thrice.
Oh, wait, I lived. And yeah, and then I died.
Because so we were too close for that.
Mhm.
But so the people who did anybody die in one hit?
I think I did.
I think I did, but I think it
How
was
much
not.
HP did you have?
Meal took 135. Okay.
Minku took 385,000.
Extra took 407,000.
No, that was from
Oh.
standing in.
Yeah, both of
green.
those were from the tiles,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
standing in the, what was
I
it?
saw-
The not lightning.
Yeah, I survived
Whatever
my
was
goal.
safe.
Okay. So then
Minku
just
took 22,457.
who? Me?
Minku.
Oh.
So it
Yeah.
does cleanse the debuff because it says Vector Weiss recovered from the effect of acting DPS.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with it. Like
Yeah,
I
and
got
me
through just
standing
fine.
max melee, I ended up taking 2 bursts, so we
Yeah,
kind of have to
it
go
was just
further
that
than max melee.
I caught twice is all.
Yeah, Middle got hit twice.
So should I spread the markers out a little further then?
It's
Or catch him
not
sooner.
that, it's the circles of the orbs blowing up
Ah, I
are
Yeah,
see.
catching
Much
other
bigger.
people.
so big that max melee on the boss doesn't exactly work out.
Okay. So you just run as far as you can without clipping like the little puddles in the middle.
It says Meal died to taking 2 bursts, so he
Yeah.
probably
Okay.
took.
Ori survived to 2 hits.
I did not. No, I died to the second hit.
Okay.
Because
so
I
you,
died.
you died to the third one. You
You
died.
you took 3 bursts, Origami.
Holy shit! I'm a
Three.
god.
You're dead, actually.
I'm a dead god. I'm still a god.
Badger took 2 bursts. One of them was an opposite roll that killed him. Meal took 2 bursts. One of them was an opposite roll that killed him, or the same roll, I guess.
Okay, so you want to be out as far as you can to grab the orb then, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why the first time we did it took so much damage.
Yeah,
whether
I
there
still
was
don't get it.
something- I'm wondering if there's something with the way it picked names or something resolving too fast. I don't know,
Mhm.
but like we just give it a little second and then we can walk through
Okay.
and we try to catch them a little further out in the radius so that we're not
So the-
clipping each other.
So the
I'll
timing
toss
is
shields
as
on
soon as you
them.
get tethered, you go out, yeah? As soon as you get tethered to the orb behind you, you go. to the-
Casually walk towards it, sure.
Okay.
I would not hurt yourself over getting to it.
Yeah. But you don't have to run a fear like sprinting through and catching it before somebody else does, yeah?
You say that again?
You don't have to like if I sprint through, for example, right, from Bravo to Delta, and I grab the orb, my orb that I'm supposed to get first before anybody else does, that doesn't matter, right?
I mean, if you sprint
So
through,
long as
pop
you
your
don't
orb
clip
and
the
clip
person
a-
who's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
This is my hunch, but the orbs does less damage to more people, so good.
So you think that we each need to stand in 2 or something?
DPS tethers.
I think there's a reason there's a thrice coming
Like
in.
remember it inside of whatever. whatever it is.
That would make sense. So then we pair off, grab the ones that we need to, and then grab the second one.
Yeah.
Who's taking tethers?
Yes.
DPS take tethers, tanks, healers take schmoo.
My brain wiped.
DPS with the sickness, move in.
Healers and tanks in.
All DPS in. All DPS in. All DPS in. And out. What happened to Badger?
Why did I die?
Unsure.
Was he not topped?
Maybe. I was trying to process something.
Says he died to cursed casting, which I think is the
That's
sickness.
the debuff.
Did he grabbed it off someone?
guess
We'll
so.
look at it later.
What a wild ride.
That's first.
Make you playing a slow game
Edge.
to let them kill themselves.
Spreads.
Spreads.
Edge spreads.
We're on the 2.
There's a buff.
Jimmy,
Melee's
that's-
go in. Then Melee's in. Move in.
Knockback. Let's see what this is.
Towards 1. And then make sure you knock back resistance after the first hit.
This is not one.
Stacks.
Get him back. Oh fuck! I didn't have stance on. I'm sorry. We got this.
Where's last?
Swap.
Get away from last.
First list.
I didn't.
Oh.
I couldn't shirk.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Got him. Fire save.
Yeah, fire save.
Position.
Looking at the silent gun.
I never danced.
He doesn't want to move, this fucker.
Oh yeah, he. That's why he
He's not
floats.
moving.
He doesn't have to use his legs because standing around like that would be agony.
You come on. Hello.
Hello.
Tanks and healers, pre-position.
Okay, so go ahead and pair off and take the one to the right first.
Okay, so Miku, we're gonna grab Delta first. Then we're gonna go
Oh wait, no, I'm
Wait.
taking.
What? I don't know.
Alright, so extra, we're getting A first, yeah?
Why are we not doing the same thing we planned?
We're testing
We're
something
still
next.
doing it, but like we just said, we said that maybe there's too much damage or something.
We're testing something here.
Wait, extra.
Oh,
Oh,
That's a healer roll.
oh, wow. Yeah, extra's right.
Wait.
Miku and I took almost no damage off that. Yeah. So the logic here is that if 2 people soak the orb, you take significantly less damage. So Miku and I ran into the Delta orb first, and then we had plenty of HP without a heal to grab the 4 orb. And this makes it easier on the healers to not
Yeah,
have to take as much damage.
Because
Yeah.
3 people took mine first, and I took 10k damage, and then I saw someone else take half
Mhm.
of their health, and I assume
So
it's
the
up
easiest
to-
way to do it is just resolve the letter orb first and then the number orb of your
Yeah.
color, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Does that make sense for everybody?
Can you repeat?
So you resolve the letter orb that you need to grab first, and then you resolve the color one or the number one. So
The
if you're
number one.
C3, you'll resolve the one at A first, and then you'll rotate to grab the one at 1. If you're 4D, you'll resolve the one at Bravo first, then rotate to grab the one at 2, and then the same thing applies on the other side of the map.
So
Can you explain it one more time so that standard step comes off cooldown?
Okay. So the logic is that the tanks and healers will pre-position at 1A, 2B.
Okay,
The
standard
DPS will
step off cooldown, I'm good.
All right, cool.
All right.
Go.
I'm gonna wait for standard step again.
I will pull with
Can
it
you-
this time.
the full solvers first. So first, 4 people will soak 1 orb each.
No,
Two
two
people will
will
soak two people will soak an
Okay,
orb.
then. But we still go to the same positions as before.
Yes.
Correct.
Tank
So
sealers get tethered.
tank sealers get tethers, but basically you're still gonna go to your tank sealer position. You're just gonna go to the letter across from you. Like if you were a number, you're going to the letter across from you to share with the person who's going to the letter. Tank sealers do everything.
DPS if you get the shmoo, move in. DPS shmoo, get in. DPS out. Tank sealers in.
Sailors in.
Tethers, spin!
Out.
Very glad. Got Shield Samba up actually in time. And then I'll have Shield Samba for the Orb Soak as well. Two-part. I almost killed myself. Neat.
Iki doesn't want to hang out with me anymore.
Not after you killed her.
I don't understand why.
Who could have seen this coming?
Not
How
Ika.
could this happen to me?
Edge. Stack.
Oh, yeah, Bravo.
Walk it in, walk it in, walk it in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Ditched it.
Knockback.
North.
North team
Sword.
towards one
Sword.
sword. So get knocked back towards one, go to the edge of the sword, either side, and then spread out. Melee's run in, ranged out. Oh, I guess you get
God, sprinting.
Emil, you're arranged.
Sorry.
You guys
I
are
think
scared
you
of
are.
me. Tank Buster.
I'm just gonna fuck off over here.
He's in casting phase.
lobs.
He'll walk when he wants to. I'm not even in casting phase, I'm just casting.
We're gonna let him walk too, and then I'll promote.
Water? Water safe? Water safe. That's
Okay.
shit, bro.
Thought to get
Oh, that's so funny. Alright, position. We said water is safe?
Yep. One was safe, yeah. I had a shield song. Way too. Holy shit.
Reposition.
What are we doing? Numbers first or letters first?
Letters first, letters first.
But they're gonna be inside these little Pineax dots.
You can
I
plug
think it
that
should be
letter on that
opposite.
marker. Oh.
Okay, that's actually a good point. Let's do numbers first. Just go
Feels
Numbers
out,
first,
feels
okay.
out.
Wait for the
first.
tethers, wait for the
Wait,
tethers.
Badger,
wait for the
Badger,
tethers.
wait!
Go.
Alright, now.
Numbers first, numbers first.
Yell,
Where are you,
plug
Badger?
it.
Where are you, Badger?
Numbers first? Numbers?
Now rotate.
Everybody to the water, everybody to the water.
Where's
All
the
right,
water? Okay.
what happened?
Everybody else died.
Why did that work?
So we need like grab the first one, kind of center up for a heal, and then grab the second one.
Sounds like.
Okay. I feel like, Minku, when we did letters first, we barely took any damage, right? Am I crazy? I could have sworn. Alright, pull again and then
When we're going to do numbers first, are we going clockwise or counterclockwise?
you're going to the color.
You're
Right
going
or
to
left?
the one that you need to deal with.
Oh, I don't.
We are always, if you're tethered to a tank, you're going to red first. DPS get tethered.
Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't do anything about that. I zoned out thinking about the mechanics.
Have you ever heard the tale of Darth Plagueis?
DPS do everything?
DPS do everything, yep. Tank healer with the shmoo, move in. DPS grab. All DPS in. All DPS in. Spin.
Run around.
DPS got it.
Out.
They didn't even have it yet. I was still tethered. I just couldn't see through the boss.
Whoa! Oh, I got plenty of time to just run through there.
Is your Mason record on? I need to check my cooldows. That's what I'm asking.
What are you doing, man? Yeah, like I can use Nascent there.
Okay.
Like, are you dumping things on me?
No, I'm using Tetra on my other stuff, so I didn't have Tetra there. That's what I was asking.
Where's
about
Benny?
Mason.
Knockback.
Knockback.
No.
Spread.
Spread.
What's the one? Ranged A melee in.
That's my bad.
That's fast.
It happens
Yeah.
a lot faster on the first round. On the wall north.
Knockback to one. Or yeah.
Nope, on the wall.
Oh,
It's gonna be stacked.
Have fun, Les.
I got this.
You did indeed get it.
You know what's actually really fucking toxic? He had a cape at the north where the two fucking pin
Yeah,
axes
he
that were
points.
going off. That was
no,
so
I was trying to
fucking
think if I
toxic.
want to use Ben, because like he doesn't take any damage. So my logic was I could save Benny to like bail out less during like the Pinax phases, where we're basically getting knocked around. It would be easier just to Benny him rather than using a GCD. But maybe that's just the wrong logic.
Has he been
I
needing
know
that
earlier
much
part of
healing?
your discussion was, do I need to Benny you? And I think the answer was no.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
guess you're
like-
not using Benny for anything else.
My logic was I could save Benny so that during like all the phases where we're just forced to move around a ton, and you're taking autos at the same time, I could just Benny you.
Have you
Get
been
the
using GCDs on him though?
No, because I've been dead. This is the problem.
Maybe you should use Benny on yourself.
Like I'll use Benny there, no problem.
Tails out.
I mean, I'm fine with working out where to put it, but I guess like, what do you want me to do to heal there? Do you want me to just equilibrium?
Well, you don't take any autos. I guess the question, because like you don't take any
I
autos.
don't take any
after.
autos, but there's stuff coming up, and if there's no raid-wide healing going out
Yeah.
there because it's not needed.
DPS
So what am I
tethers.
doing to heal myself?
Do you have equilibrium?
I do, like,
Yeah, you can just use it there.
okay.
Because logic was Tetra equal. Probably top you off, right?
But you don't even want to do that
DPS
anymore.
are doing
DPS do
everything.
everything.
I didn't have Tetra to use on something else.
Yeah, why are you wasting it on them?
They were about to die.
Tank healer with the shmoo go in.
Tell them to use second wind.
DPS who need it move in.
Patrick, you shouldn't have moved in just in case you might
all
have dropped
DPS.
on somebody.
All DPS in. All DPS in. Grab tethers. Grab tethers. Out. I can probably catch the tether pop plus with shit, so try that next time.
Edge.
Well, stats.
X. Alpha Bravo.
No.
Stat.
Okay. that was
Knockback,
nice. You can survive like with the VP.
Westerly, knockback.
Knockback to knockback.
Oh, this is toxic.
Oh, it didn't go off in time. Okay.
Right.
Okay, that's just high.
Yeah.
So what happened to other? Did you guys catch nails or something?
Extra died because he tried to time.
Yeah, he
haven't-
got greedy.
Yeah, tried to time the jump so he could get back in time, but it didn't work. And then I don't know.
Then
what happened to other people.
someone walked forward, so there were only 2 people on the stack.
Yeah.
Well,
I
no.
keep forgetting for so for our group, right? If it's edge stack after the edge goes off, we sprint in. Yeah. Like that's our.
Like we
That's
yeah we can we don't even need to just walking forward.
Yeah,
Like we
okay.
don't need to be crazy about it, but it's
Okay.
just like anything to kind of get us a little closer.
Yeah,
So, do we do the modified light groups where one group has all of the melees?
No, because we don't know how we're assuming at the moment that those 2 fire stacks are.
It's healers.
Yeah. Okay. So we cannot do modified light groups where it's all melee because then
Why?
one group just dies.
No, I mean like
Or
switch
3 melee
me and-
versus.
Yeah, switch me
Oh,
and
that's what
extra.
you
Yes.
I mean, we can.
Like I'm not. I just want to move. Like I don't have to be like on the boss. I just
Yeah.
want to move. Like
I just need to
moving
know
forward
how we're
gets me
moving
closer
Yeah.
for a GCD is all. Like
Yeah,
that's it.
fine. I think we just keep our normal light groups and I just run to move in. I think that's not a big deal.
I mean that's gonna kind of screw up Ika, right?
In what way?
No, it screws me, but yeah, whatever.
Like, so, yeah, somebody in
why
the
you
other
screw?
group is gonna be screwed up.
But we have 5 effective, or what is this?
You can survive the stack with 3 people.
Yeah, we have effectively 5 melees, right? So, wait, no, not 5 melees, sorry.
Yeah, 4 melees.
My point is that you swapping with extra, right, doesn't solve the problem for less either. Like, it makes it slightly better, but then we're swapping like groups.
Right, but then only one person is losing out instead of 2.
I mean, if we want to do that, that's fine with me.
You can't even get in too close before the lightning.
Can't less
Yeah,
cover?
because we can do just a 3-person stack with me, Ika, Minku. Everyone else goes in, and we just
Okay.
It's survivable.
If you want to do that, that's fine with me.
Can't less cover.
I just wanted one less tomahawk was all. I didn't need to be on the boss. Like
Well, because Badger is jumping in every single time. So
I mean,
like,
I can not. I've been backflipping in.
well,
No,
that's
you can.
that's what I'm
you
saying.
Can, you
is,
can.
like,
Is that you can.
keep doing that. Keep your uptime, but let's make sure that the groups are aligned for.
Yeah.
Fails out.
Go.
I hate that map. It doesn't.
I actually think that Miku in melee is better.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't do anything. Well, I did bail, I guess.
Thanks. Yep.
Those things do everything.
I can also just sprint in with a Rapture because I'm using it anyways there.
If DPS gets the shmoo, they move in. DPS in, tank healer in. Okay.
Come get it.
It was an early pass.
All tank sealers in. All tank sealers in. Everyone's dead. Meme was not.
I was trying to grab the tether on Bravo, but it didn't.
Which
grab
did I lose it?
it looked like
Yeah, my
I
tether
might have run it
never.
late. So I didn't get extras tether.
No, I had debuff. I needed to pass it
Yeah,
off.
he had debuff. He had debuff.
Yeah.
Nobody took it.
I think I must have walked
Who?
late to grab
No,
it.
somebody.
That would be me. It was. I'm pretty sure me.
Go.
Yeah, just keep going. I'm pretty sure that was my fault.
It's really important to know that if you don't need to move in, don't, because you'll cause accidental extra swaps.
DPS get tethered. Tank
Single
Sealers
failure
get
with
shmooled.
sickness.
DPS with the sickness, move in. If you do not have the sickness, stay out. DPS in, Tank Sealers grab. All DPS in.
Hello?
DPS
Nobody took
in.
mine again.
No.
Minku,
This was-
Oh, I pulled it from Minku.
Yeah.
Just wipe it.
Yeah.
My bad.
That's like a desync of waiting for the 2 DPS to go in, right? Like,
That is a desync on kind of going in. Basically, if the 2 people who aren't sick go in and they're too close to one person, they'll hop between each other
no,
before
Mickey,
we
we're
get to the other
going
person.
dead center. The 2 people with the debuff that need to pass it off go dead center. Do we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
the thing is basically, me and Minku were too close to Ika and not close enough to Badger,
I see.
so it hopped between Minku to me, and then
And now
couldn't
Minku's
pick it up,
immune and can't grab
I
one.
see. Yeah.
Badger
Okay.
was left out in the cold.
Okay, so we're doing left, right then. Yeah, I thought we were doing dead center
That's-
the entire time and
that's-
it worked out, but
It was working out. It was one of those things that as we play, like, we find errors in the strategy. Like, that's all there
Okay.
is.
so we're doing left, right, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
left
Okay.
right's fine.
DPS will go to like the closest side. So myself and Badger would scooch towards 4. Ika Extra would scooch towards 2.
Yeah.
And then myself and Extra are the flex in that. If we get the same part.
Alright, here we go. Ika wanted to hang out with me a little bit. I'll take the W.
Oh, sorry. That was, yeah,
Whoa.
100% killed us. Huh.
I took wipe. I sure did.
Alright, let's go.
That one didn't count.
You?
Yep.
I'll get next one regardless.
Tank Sealers on tether. Tank Sealers do it all. Alright. DPS, if you get the shmoo, move in towards your side. Closest side to you. Tank Sealers move in. Okay. All Tank Sealers in. Spin around. Get out.
There we go.
Yeah, when you hit it in the middle of your freaking GCD.
Knock back.
Back.
Stack.
X. Knock back to 3. Then go to your groups at Charlie and Bravo.
Oh,
Edge. East. Going towards 2.
yeah,
Sword.
rotate throw stronger cooldown for that.
Oh, look, a wall.
With spikes.
Alright, is that it? I think that's it.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a lot going on, and there's a lot of personal responsibility going on.
Yeah, we don't like that. We don't do
Yeah,
that.
No,
here.
we
It's
do
not gonna
not.
work with this group.
So how do we make it so Lest, Vector, and Origami do all of it?
That's what I'm thinking right